Hold up, man. I'm about to hold up, man. Hold up, man. I just look, man. I can't help it, man. Do I get this shit right or do I get this shit right? I guess he can box though, huh? I guess he is more than the one trick pony, huh? I guess I guess he can box, huh? Can he box or can he box though? What y'all say about Lomachenko? I told y'all. I said, man, look, just report back to the bridge for blow up, cause I am. Cause I am. Cause I am. Oh, I got some special shit. I got some special shit for this shit. Yeah. Let me break out all the best weed. Let me break out all the best shit. Cause I'm gonna talk my shit today. And y'all gonna listen. Oh yeah, y'all gonna listen. Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring out some real expensive shit for this one. Uh-huh. Let's get it. Let's get it. This is what y'all wanted, right? We here. This is what y'all wanted, right? I told y'all. I told y'all. I told y'all. I'ma say it. I'ma keep saying it. Cause I told y'all, man. I told y'all that nigga ain't like that. How many times did I tell y'all? This ain't nothing new. This ain't no fluke. I've been saying it. I've been saying it. Oh God, I've been saying it. I've been saying that nigga ain't like that. I said the nigga was gonna get exposed. I told y'all he was too small. I said the body shots was gonna make him wilt. I said if that motherfucker try to get inside the dead, I said how's he gonna live inside the dead zone? I said he's gonna have to use accumulative punches and bunches. He didn't even try to come on and do that until too late. All he did was circle and stay on the back foot. He wouldn't even engage. Getting uppercut all night. What did I say about the Philly shell when everybody slept on it? I said the Philly shell, the whole purpose of it is to live off the pool counter. And he's just going to hit him in his mouth all night. I said, y'all remember that old Paula Abdul song? 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. I said, how's he going to take 3 steps back? Remember all that? I said it. I told them. Now they mad. Now they mad. Now they mad. Y'all can't say he the Matrix. I told y'all that motherfucker got his belt off a bunch of average niggas. I said this was going to be the best person he ever faced in his life. I told y'all the boy was the truth. I said he could do more than just hit hard. Nobody wanted to believe me. But guess what? Y'all motherfuckers believe me today, don't you? Y'all believe me today, don't you? Oh yeah, I'm going to talk my shit. Oh, y'all going to listen. Y'all gonna listen, because I would have had to hear it any other way. So guess what? If y'all put all of this stock into a nigga who is supposedly #1 pound for pound over Terrence Crawford, and they try to erase losses, if he's #1 pound for pound, where y'all gonna put T.O.? All I'm saying is give him the same respect. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Hold up, man. Let me hit my pen. Let me hit my pen, though. Where's it at? Yeah, man. That's all I'm saying. So if y'all said all of that shit about Lomachenko, I want to hear y'all same motherfucker say all of that shit about Teofimo Lopez. Oh no, don't hold back now. Oh no, don't hold back now. Oh, it shouldn't change. It shouldn't change. Your feelings shouldn't change. You should just feel that way about Teofimo Lopez now. That's all I'm saying. Wasn't Vasily Lomachenko all that shit? Well, I believe this dude is a unified champion. I believe he beat the fur off Vasily Lomachenko. I believe Body Shots had that motherfucker hopping in the air hoping to get low blow calls. He looked real out of order in there. Didn't I say he was going to fill the basement up with water? Hold up. Didn't I say he was going to fill the basement up with water? I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla. I told you. Yeah. Yeah, like Floyd say, I'm a beast, I'm a dog. Ho. Y'all try to put this nigga on the level with Floyd Mayweather? Nah. Y'all gotta treat Floyd better than that. Cause Floyd, he a beast, he a dog, he a gorilla. And all that shit y'all say about that Philly shell, what y'all got to say about it now? Because though I hear y'all talking a lot of shit about that too. Y'all be downplaying a lot of greatness out here. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Don't try to pop me. Because y'all be fucking saying, y'all be talking a lot of shit about a lot of greatness out here. Come on, man. Y'all be doing a lot of faking. We gonna keep this shit in perspective. Man, call him champ, man. That's all I'm saying. Call him champ. Hold on, let me get a cigar in my car. I'll be right back. The celebration begins and the shit talking begin now. Just call him Great Vasily. Hey, shout out Vasily. That nigga's ass. He's ass. I told y'all he's ass. I told y'all he beat a whole bunch of average ass. That's what got his average ass in the position he's in. I told y'all they wouldn't be trying to elevate a motherfucker like that, trying to erase motherfucking losses off his record if he wasn't, you know what I'm saying, some carbon copy, some motherfucking, some homemade motherfucker anyway. Wasn't like that nickname. Come on, man. Come on, man. We living in different times now. I told y'all these young boys could get busy. I told y'all these young boys was ready. I told y'all all they gotta do is just pop the chain off his doors and let him go. Now look at him. Get his ass up out my face. I don't want to hear no more shit about that nigga no more. Or if I'm going to hear about Lomachenko, y'all better put a whole bunch of Teofimo on top of that shit. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm gonna say. If I'm gonna hear a whole lot about Lomachenko, y'all better put a whole bunch more on Teofimo on top of that shit, and y'all better put some motherfucking respect on motherfucking Floyd Mayweather's name from here on out, because I'm tired of that shit too. Y'all motherfuckers gonna give boxers, man, the real boxers they respect, man. The motherfuckers who really went on and put it on there, and y'all talk about motherfucking Floyd be picking and choosing. Fuck out of here. It's a new day. No longer can y'all cap for these motherfucking fake ass dudes. No longer can y'all cap for these fake ass boxers, these fake ass dudes who ain't never did nothing. Don't worry, chat. I'm about to give y'all respect in a second, but I gotta let all this hot air up out my chest because I've been holding it in for too long, man. I could barely breathe as I slept. I was holding too much hot air in. I gotta let all that shit out real quick. But guess what? Y'all motherfuckers do know now. The takeover is real. It's real. So all y'all motherfucking and shout out, respect to the real Lomachenko fans that's connected with, you know, a thing we like to call gravity. They ain't floating somewhere out in fucking space, just thinking some weird dumb shit. Who actually gave the kid a little bit more credit than most. But y'all other motherfuckers, y'all weirdos, y'all super Loma stands, man. Y'all motherfuckers who sniffed this motherfucking jock strings and motherfucking wash all his underwear, man. Y'all motherfuckers got to be eradicated. Y'all got to be eradicated. Because guess what? I know y'all hurting today. Y'all about to run up off the internet worse than Deontay Wilder did. I know y'all are. They taking flight right now. Man, shout out Nathan Kerr, salute. Chain with the ice. With the ice, though. I told him. George, salute. I told him. I buy houses, salute. Man, I tried to tell him no. I just tried to tell him no. They wasn't trying to hear me. They wasn't trying to hear me, dog. I tried to tell him. Fish, salute. Man, yeah, fair play to T.O. Did well and you called it. Facts, though. Facts, though. Spartan, salute. Hey, what it do, though? Hey, man, I'm just living the American dream. That's all, man. And I want y'all to understand something too. I'd have been happy with either circumstance. But the fact that I told y'all motherfuckers, because what I was saying about this dude, I know I might have came off like a hater sometimes. I know I might have came off like a dude that might have seemed like, you know what I'm saying, like y'all probably thought I thought Lesser Lomachenko was something like that. No. I thought lesser what these motherfuckers thought about him. What these dudes was saying, how these motherfucking clowns in the media was trying to portray him. Like, yo, they was really disrespecting boxing for like 50 years, trying to call this man an all-time great. Man, fuck out of here, man. But anyway, back to the shout-outs, man. Rachel, salute. Man, look, man, Timmy Nealon, salute. Hey, man, Hey, man, did I call it or did I call it? Actual facts, man. Good morning, bro. Hey, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, man. We just calling it real. We just calling it real. That's all. That's all. And they mad, though. And they mad, though. Think Loma thought T.O. was going to gas out and let him fight first half, but left it too late, turning the gas on himself. Jeez, for real, nobody like a smart ass. Great stuff. Hey, man, I always been a smart ass, so y'all can't act like this shit is anything new. Y'all always knew I had a big ass mouth. Y'all always know my talk is terrible. Y'all know I don't be conforming, so y'all know this shit ain't nothing new to me. So if you clicked on that live button, y'all knew y'all was gonna get this shit. Hey, I'm just saying, man. Lomachenko, the fact of the matter is, I just believe. Now we just gonna get into the reality of the shit. All right, I ain't gonna gloat no more. I promise. The reality of the fact is, and it ain't even gloating, man. I'm just calling. I'm just saying the truth. Like the fact of the matter is, man, Lomachenko just couldn't deal with it. Lomachenko was just out of his element, man. And this the first time Lomachenko really went up against a real dog with a real body at 135, man. I'm just saying, Lomachenko, now I'm starting to see what Bob was doing. Because there's a reason Bob said to Devin Haney, man, yo, you signed with the wrong promotion when he was chasing him. It had to be T.O. And T.O. just had all of the right ingredients. He had all of the right natural ability. He had all of the right boxing skill to do what he did to Lomachenko, man. When I say he's just too big, too fast, man, that's what it is. The body shots took the toll, man. When he started feeling the war basement, you could see the difference in what was going on in there. Man, Lomachenko started hopping, yo. He literally started hopping when he was throwing body shots. The later rounds, when people was trying to give Loma later rounds for, throwing combinations and what you already knew was a sense of urgency, he was hopping when Teofimo was throwing body shots. I didn't look at that as no more than him taking a couple rounds off, rightfully as he could, because it was evident that he was beating him up. It was evident that Lomachenko was doing several things that he never does in a boxing match. Yeah, he circled, but he wasn't active when he was circling. Yeah, he got on the back foot. He lived on the back foot for like 5 rounds. You could tell when the shots was catching him, bruh. He just didn't want to engage. And when he got in the dead zone, he realized quickly that he wanted to get up out of it, man. It was just a tale of the bigger, stronger, faster fighter, man. That's all it was, man. And it was just accurate counterpunching through and through, man. Superb Supreme. Man, we jumped on we did the event notice last night, man. 12 a.m. It was like 12 a.m. Eastern time, like 12:30 a.m. Eastern time. Jay Blues, what up? Yeah, man, it was a great fight, man. It was a great fight. And one of the things I love more than the fight, because this is something y'all didn't know, and I'm about to let y'all in on it now. Y'all know I was going to bet on the knockout, but I didn't bet on the knockout. I bet on him in the match. So, oh yeah, all the money came back. All the money came back. I bet on him winning the match because everybody thought it was Loma superior boxing on the end that was going to tell the tale, but nah, it was really Teofimo's size and his ability to box on the back end. And I said that on another live. The kid boxed beautiful, man, and he used his range, and he made Loma have to go inside and have to work for it if he wanted to be victorious. And Loma just wasn't willing to go in there and do the things that Sugar Ray Leonard would have to do to a Tommy Hearns to try to win that fight. He chose to do it, and when he started doing it in the 6 or 7 rounds, you could the 6th, 7th, the 7th, maybe the 8th round, you could start to see where he could have some success. But the 12th round, he just got obliterated. He was cruising to the point that he was about to get knocked out for real. Towards like 30 seconds left in the fight. Actual Lopez Sr. has the shoulder available for all you Loma fans to cry, baby. I'm right here. That's a fact, though. And what did I say? I said on Twitter, I don't know why everybody hates on, TF, but give PACHENKO all the credit in the world, because at the end of the day, both of them are the exact same guy, and both of them have ultimate belief in their son. Now, the way one chooses to do it and the other chooses to do it, that's a different thing, but both of them are mad scientists, and you have to give them their respect. And when you got ultimate belief, and when you see things that other people aren't willing to see, because, hey, man, y'all put this motherfucker on a hell of a mountain. Y'all put him on a hell of a mountain to where, like, y'all worship this dude like he was a god. But there's somebody out there, that's willing to play David to another motherfucker's Goliath-ass ego all of the time. And is willing to knock you off and to make you a believer. And that's the beautiful thing about boxing and why you got to see the best fighters fight. Because, there's another motherfucker in the planet that's sitting in that same position at another division that can make you a motherfucking believer. And now don't y'all and y'all want to bear witness now. Y'all don't want to hear no motherfucking excuses saying, oh man, well you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker ain't did nothing. Y'all can't use that excuse no more. That's why I kept telling y'all I want Teofimo to win this fight for more than one reason. It ain't about Teofimo just winning or trying to prove somebody wrong. It is about the succession of the sport and what these young fighters need to be doing. And I keep telling y'all that these motherfuckers aren't as green as y'all think they are, man. And he proved that today. He proved that today. You can see the error in one. We talk about errors in one fight, and we talk about what another fighter what he can't do, and we handicapping him before we even get to see him in that type of atmosphere. And then we put him in when we see him in that fucking atmosphere, and we see him flourish, man. It shouldn't be shocking and it shouldn't be surprising. Let's just say that we underestimated the kid talent. I'm not gonna own that, but I think a lot of people need to own that when we talk about these younger fighters. Tio looked like he was a good 10 pounds heavier than Loma fight night, and he used it to his advantage the whole fight. Hey, Nathan, man, wouldn't you? If you the bigger, stronger fighter, wouldn't you use your advantages? Hey, yeah, he definitely looked bigger. Shit, like I said it at the weigh-in. I said when them boys both weighed in at 135, you could clearly tell that even fucking at 135 evenly, Teofimo was the bigger fighter. Now imagine when he rehydrate what that shit gonna look like. It looked like what it looked like. It looked like this nigga was hopping off the motherfucking floor when he was throwing body shots at him because he couldn't get out of range. So all of that dodgy shit people say that Lomachenko be doing, man, yeah, it looked good on the surface when you were smaller fighters. I believe Lomachenko can be a successful fighter at 130 down to 126 all day long, and that's where he needs to exist. And if he wants to have that, if he wants to be that guy that y'all talk about him, like, he needs to be down there. He needs to go back and, like, really, the best thing he should do right now is go to 130 and fight Burchelt. Burchelt want smoking for real. I don't think he can beat Burchelt, but he need to go down there and do some shit like that if he want to reclaim himself, man. Like at the end of the day, man, it just goes to show me that, hey, man, you got to see him fight more than who he been fighting, man. The game is rigged on some levels, man. We just got to admit that shit. Boxing Jedi, salute. Will there be a rematch? I hope so. Hey, we can talk about a rematch, but let's be realistic here. That motherfucker didn't even talk about a rematch or anything after the fight. You could tell he was hurt. You could tell his feelings was hurt. You could tell his body was hurt. He was all around the board. He knew he was beat for real. Looking at him in the corner after the fight, you know what I'm saying, before they made the decision. Man, look, I don't know if that boy want a rematch, because if it's another rematch, all I'm gonna tell y'all this: Teofimo was gonna get way better on the second half of the fight, and he's gonna be way more dangerous on the second half of the fight, and he's gonna have a higher IQ and know how to punch way more in bunches on the second half of that fight, and he's not gonna take off how he took off, and he will have a much higher potential of knocking him all the way the fuck out. And I bet you I put a lot of money on the knockout there, but guess what? The money coming back, baby. All that money I spent last night was free. Tio has Loma listening to Celine Dion on the ride home. Oh yeah, because Tony Thomas, salute. He crying in the motherfucking car right now. He extra crying in the car right now. Now when these motherfuckers say, yo, 2 hands, yo, you just talking crazy. You talking out the side of your neck. You don't know, man, you just bigging up this kid, giving him too much. Nah. I'm just telling the truth, man. Yeah, Loma knew he lost. That's facts. Man, guess what? Showbiz the adult's a fucking idiot. Shout out to Showbiz the adult and his stupid ass for spending $10K on betting on Lomachenko. Who the fuck would do that shit? I told niggas, man. I told y'all to bet on the kid, man. I said if you smart, you gonna bet your money on the kid. My shit came back. All Vegas, man, look, you could tell motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing, because look at them Vegas odds. Them shits was oh so sweet. Oh, so sweet. Jed Kyle, salute. Yo, they've been calling this boy out for the past how many years? And been telling the world, dog. Been telling the world. What y'all see in that dude, man? He ain't really got it like that, man. What y'all see in that dude, he don't really got it like that. And he was exposed to the world, man. He was exposed to the world that, yo, he's, like I said, yo, we seen this story before. We seen it with Rigo and Loma. Right or wrong. We know what it looked like, man. Smaller fighter, man. The smaller fighter goes up there with the more talented, more, you know what I'm saying, the skilled, bigger fighter, that's gonna happen every time, man. That's gonna happen every time. Lopez putting all these other fighters to shame. Hey, I give Lopez all this credit. He's definitely at the head. He's at the head of the mill right now. His last two fights was Richard Cole and Vasily Lomachenko. Man, he won the IBF, and now he's, you know what I'm saying, a unified champion. But hey, there's still one kid out there he got to see. And it just make the Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez fight that much more sexy. And he did the right thing by calling him out and calling him the email champion, because that's gonna make his blood boil. But what I saw in that sixth round and beyond, and how he dropped his guard, and how, you know what I'm saying, he took them rounds off. He can't do that shit with Devin Haney. Haney, you know what I'm saying, is a precision fighter who is known to, you know, use his combinations, man. And that's how he, you know, he punches in bunches. That's how he make you hit the floor. And you can't let your hands down at no point, because Devin Haney is known to use his jab. And you could tell Teofimo wasn't comfy with using his jab the entire fight. And that's what helped him in the first 5 and 6 rounds, you know, that he did use his jab. So that is going to be the premier fight at 135. Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez is going to be the biggest, best fight at 135. That's what boxing is about. Now you getting the two young lions in their motherfucking prime, ready to go at it, dog, and it's gonna be all the way, everything that it's supposed to be. Vasily Lomachenko and Teofimo wasn't it. That was just a fight, just to show motherfuckers that, yo, the other dude that we already think get busy, yeah, yeah. This just showed us that, yeah, these motherfuckers need to get busy right now, because they the truth. They the truth. It's just, you know, Teofimo just, he's more accomplished right now. He's more accomplished right now. But would I say he's the better fighter and the better boxer? I can't say that. Will I say he has more power? Yeah. But I'm just saying, I'm not gonna give Teofimo more credit than he deserves. I've definitely always believed that Devin Haney was the most talented fighter at 135, and I just believe that those two need to decide who is the best fighter at 135. You know, is Teofimo the better, more accomplished fighter right now? He's the more accomplished fighter right now, so I gotta say he's at the top of that list. But to go ahead and complete that journey, it's got to be Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez. I'm just not gonna say this dude undisputed when we know the fucking franchise belt ain't nothing but the fucking ain't nothing but a trinket motherfucking belt. When we can't stand that shit, so we got to keep it the way it is, man. And that's always cutting down the middle. It doesn't help for Loma about the fact that Bob Arum wanted out of the Lomachenko business. Now Top Rank can start making money again. I mean, think about it though. Lomachenko, when Lomachenko had crowds and Lomachenko was fighting for a long time, cause Lomachenko really fill up them seats. He wasn't filling up no seats. So Lomachenko, as a prize fighter, Lomachenko 32 years old now, and he wasn't really doing his job. As a prize fighter, you know it's a give and take relationship. You got to be able to sell out to them fans, man. And Lomachenko didn't even sell out until he went across the pond and he fought Luke Campbell. And that fight didn't sell out on the fact that it was just Lomachenko. It was Luke Campbell got is popular over on British soil, man. He's gonna sell. He's gonna sell out. If you got Lomachenko and Luke Campbell at the fucking O2 Arena, hey, everybody's gonna show up. You best believe that, because the UK fans love their motherfucking boxing. So Lomachenko has never brought no real money to Bob Arum pockets. Now you got this young kid. Why you think the WBC completely went forego their rules when it come to the franchise belt? And they said now that they can exchange heads with Teofimo Lopez. That's the janky shit they do. And because it's for some shit that we like and some shit that people might respect right then, it doesn't necessarily make it right. Like, that's why I said, yo, I feel like Teofimo Pops was a fraud for sitting up there and saying that, you know, this was a real undisputed championship and shit like that, because you know damn well that it's not, bruh. That's a cap. The whole way they went about it was a cap. Now you realistically have to look at it. As a boxing fan, you realistically have to look at this situation like, did they really avoid Devin Haney? Like, or did they do it for purse bid so the zone couldn't get a hold of it? Or was it a combination of both? Because I always thought it was a monster combination of both. I've told y'all what I thought of Devin Haney. I told y'all what I thought he could do to Lomachenko. Y'all can't act like Devin Haney didn't do the same thing. So what I'm saying is, we ain't gonna sit there and ignore all of the fuck shit that the WBC doing with the title, the fuck shit that you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean, the Teofimo Pops that was willing to roll with when it worked in his favor, bruh. He's a better fighter than that. But his son, he corrected it last night by, you know what I'm saying, mentioning Devin Haney's name. I just think that, you know, motherfuckers were trying to take the lesser of the two evils in that situation. He was dropping his card because I think he was trying to get Lomachenko the jab so he could counter. Yeah, he was living off that pull right hand and that pull uppercut. But, you know what I'm saying, at the same time when he was dropping his guard, he was getting punched in his face a whole lot that 6th and 7th round. And he wasn't countering back. He was just getting hit and he was trying to grab a little bit and he was trying to throw him up off of him. So I'm not going to sit up there and say that because I watched that fight twice last night. But I definitely believe that he was taking rounds off, and it was a clear disrespect to his power because of the fact that he could take rounds off and take his shots and it couldn't even phase him at all. I guarantee that defeated Vasily Lomachenko even more. I would definitely give him that, man. Sam Shaw, salute. Automatic. We gonna cook. We gonna talk about it. I'm gonna burn this shit down. Got this purple shit. I got this wild ass purple shit. Only smoking the best for the best of the situations. Cause this what type of life we living. The best motherfucking life. And I'm only gonna give y'all the best advice, or the best advice I possibly can give on the situation. Like, we not gonna do no capping over here. We're gonna let the rest of them do that. It's a lot of sad faces out here, man. It's a lot of sad faces in the world. They can't deal with the real. That's why Duran is an all-time great. Lomachenko is not. That's a fact. It just really ticks me off as a boxing fan when you take Vasily Lomachenko and you disrespect Floyd Mayweather and you disrespect all the other great lightweights of all time and try to put him in the upper echelon. I'm sorry, but that nigga ain't no Hector Camacho, man. That nigga ain't no motherfucking that nigga ain't no Aguayo, man. Look, I'm sorry. Just in them, look, man. He got big shoes to fill. Look, man. Ray Boom Boom Mancini would have beat the fur off that nigga. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, right or wrong. Could Lomachenko beat Ray Boom Boom Mancini? Ray Boom Boom Mancini was a fainting motherfucker who loved to get on the inside, who put that thing together, who had some smack on his glove, man. Look, it's a lot of lightweights that he couldn't beat. Come on, man, like Livingston Bramble. Y'all think he could beat Bramble? It's a lot of dudes. They would have took his whole motherfucking head off. And what did I say? I said this is gonna be another showing of a young Macho Hector Camacho, man. Facts. The fact of the matter is, man, the kid just, man, look, man. When it come down to it, yo, we know a different breed when we see him, bruh. We know a different breed when we see him. And what did we see, man? We saw a different breed. Bowman had to interact in the jungle with a whole nother lion, man. In the jungle, there's lion, man. There's tigers, man. There's gorillas. You know what I'm saying? There's rhinoceros. You got to deal with hippopotamus in the water. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of that shit lurking around 135. There's a whole lot of juice lurking around 140. There's a whole lot of that shit lurking around 130. And you know, Lomachenko got to, you know what I'm saying, spin his wheels amongst a whole bunch of motherfucking little, some moist ass niggas, man. Some soft niggas, man. Some cupcake types. There's a couple hard body niggas that we wanted to see him really fight, bro. What did we want? We wanted, at one point in time, we wanted Tank Davis. When Tank Davis was acting right, we wanted Tank Davis, and then he wasn't living up to his end of the shit. Then, you know, Devin Haney made it a point that he was calling them out. Tiafimo was calling them out. Them are the fights we wanted to see Lomachenko win. We've been saying, yo, we can't gauge him for that. And like, yo, I might not be the biggest fan of Bruce Wayne right now, but one thing I will always say it, because I'm a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? I will, you know what I mean, give Bruce his credit as a content creator. Well, I never say I knock that nigga content, only on some of that janky, you know what I'm saying, nut ass shit he be doing when he just, when he ain't calling that shit right when it come to politics and shit like that, and that flip-flop shit he be doing. But when it come down to how he call it about Tiafimo and shit like that. You know what I mean? I gotta give him respect if respect it was due. It was like, yo, this was the shit that niggas like me, niggas like him, and a couple other people like, you know, H Money, the Brooklyn Dawn, not the weird one, not the weird one, the real one. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that the niggas like us was talking about, yo. When it was just like, man, we ain't seen him in the ring against no animal. And when you put that much credibility on dude, you know what I'm saying? All y'all do it just protect them, man, and we don't get the fights we need to see, man. And now we get to see these young boys smash out, man. Man, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that went at that dude and gave him that work. But this ain't about that. I'm just saying, cause like I said, I said what I had to say about that situation, and you know, it is what it is. You feel me? I ain't here to continue to beat a dead horse. All I'm saying is when it come to a nigga calling it real, I'ma give him their respect, and he has done that before, even amongst some of the fake shit he's done before that I don't fuck with. You feel what I'm saying? So we always gonna give a person their respect for when they call it real, and there was certain aspects of real that he definitely brought to the game, and we ain't going shit on that, cause all I'm saying is that's the type of shit that niggas was talking about. Man, look, man. I ain't here to dispute. I don't know who had their channel. I don't care who had their channel the longest or the shortest, fam. I really don't give a fuck about that, because to be perfectly honest, I don't even get to tune in to half these niggas. I be in my own little bubble so much, I don't got time to tune in on how long this nigga had his channel or who started motherfucking talking about this in boxing or whatever, because I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. At the end of the day, it's like, yo, you can start this or whatever, but don't mean you nice. You could say, you know what I mean, you had this first, it don't mean people tune into you. You know what I'm saying? I could say a whole lot of shit that I am in this boxing shit, and a whole lot of first when I see niggas struggling in certain shit in certain areas. But it ain't even about that with me. You feel me? Like, that's egotistical shit. In just my mind, I say the real H Money, because that nigga always stayed real. He ain't never do nothing for no antics or nothing like that. Like he always talked some real spill. So if it was always real out of his mouth, that's what I mean by the real H Money. I mean by the one that don't be doing no goofball shit. The one that ain't standing on the first floor of the window trying to kill himself and shit like that. Like the one that's actually got his head screwed on tight. That's what I mean by that. But anyway, back to the boxing talk though. All I'm saying is, yo, it was just like everybody seeing certain people saw certain holes in them that happened to be content creators, and we were able to, you know, really judge it for what it is, man. And people got a lot of smoke for that shit. So you know what I'm saying? It ain't even about no I told you so shit. It's just about like, yo, it's like, man, this just shows us why we need to see boxing, man. Why we need to see the best engaged, man. Why we can't be pandering for certain fighters and acting like, oh man, he too good to get in the ring with this one and that one, because clearly they not. Because I know Lomachenko, didn't nobody blow up Lomachenko more than, man, look, Lomachenko got the most. Lomachenko got delusional fans on the level of Manny Pacquiao on some levels. And real motherfuckers know what I'm talking about when I say Manny Pacquiao. Because y'all know Manny Pacquiao got some delusional, disconnected motherfuckers too. And Triple G, if he even still got some. I don't know how anybody can put up a Triple G shit at this point. Then I've heard that. When did Bruce say that? And did he delete that? I don't know what he said. Two hands. Who you got winning? Teofimo can't beat Josh Taylor. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Right now, Teofimo could not beat Josh Taylor. He ain't ready for that. You're talking about a bigger skilled guy, young guy, with all of the tools, who knows how to end fight, who knows how to fight fleet of foot, who literally can do everything, who can switch hit, who loves to motherfucking mix it up and scrap, we don't know to have a suspect chin right now. I don't know for Josh Taylor to have a suspect chin. The only time I seen Josh Taylor really struggle a little bit was with Victor Postad a little bit. I think that was because he was young too. That was a good learning lesson for him at an early part in his career when I think he only had like what, maybe what, 12 to 14 fights. But can he beat Josh Taylor right now? Now, yeah, these are the questions y'all need to ask me. Like, them are good questions. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, people just going to put Teofimo all the way at the top of the list. I ain't going to do that. Y'all know that. I'm going to keep it a bean. No, Teofimo can't beat Josh Taylor. Right now, fuck no. Fuck no. I saw a lot of shit that would say that, nah, he ain't ready for Josh Taylor right now. That's why I said I would like to see him go up there and fight a Rancis Bartholomew, go up there and fight a fucking Robert Easter, get acclimated to the weight before you jump into shit like that. Now, him fighting the Jose Ramirez, I feel like, right now he would have a better shot at fighting the Jose Ramirez right now than Josh Taylor. But then, we got to see him get hit first. It's a lot of thump up there, y'all. It was weird, superb. Hand sign, Showbiz done a hand sign on the vid. It was probably a year ago. Oh, you talking about when Bruce called that nigga coon back or some shit like that. Yeah, that shit was fucked up. But yeah, he threw up he said he threw up some Illuminati symbol or some shit like that, like down with that shit or whatever. Man, look, man, people can try to take stock into that shit or whatever and say H Money down with the Illuminati or he doing that shit. We don't know. We ain't got no proof, man. I'm just saying. We just can't judge a man off of, you know what I'm saying? Look, man, motherfuckers really be throwing this shit up and don't know nothing about the Illuminati. They sleep when it come to shit like that. That shit really mean rock on, and then you got people that go like this out in Hawaii. That shit mean like hang loose and this or nothing. It means something else too. Like, so I'm just saying, man, people just need to, man, leave shit like that alone because it's a lot of misinformation and it's a lot of miseducation and a lot of them topics and shit like that. So, and motherfuckers think they know everything in that type of community. People just need to chill. Chill. Regis would give him hell. And Regis would be at him. Regis wouldn't cause you gotta look at Lopez's style. Lopez does love he loved the Philly shell. And if it showed him anything tonight, it just showed him y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all so-called best fighter in the world. I used the fucking Philly shell against him. I countered, you know what I'm saying? I used the Bernard Hopkins style of fighting. And it fucking worked for me. It worked for me. So y'all can say whatever y'all want about the Philly shell. Andre Wood, you sound absolutely crazy when you said Nagatani exposed Teofimo Lopez and he ain't ready for Loma in no way, shape, or form. All of that shit coming back to bite people in the ass. So in his mind, he can play the lay in the weight game. He can roll his shoulder and he can pop the shot. All I'm saying is at 140, the game changes when it comes to size. And what I saw visually, I think him and his father going to need to go back and look at. Did they put on a spectacular showing? Absolutely. But if we're talking about 140, if we're talking about Regis Pro Guy, if we're talking about fucking Josh Taylor, if we're talking about, Jose Ramirez, we even talking about Victor Postal, shit like that. Like, man, it's different, man. It's different. We can say everybody here is down with the Illuminati. Don't mean shit. You ain't got no facts. That's a fact. That's what I'm saying, bro. Everybody that do something all of a sudden, if they sit a certain way, if their hands are a certain way, everybody down with the fucking Illuminati all of a sudden. As far as I know, this nigga, he ain't no different than any other motherfucking middle class black man. Got a good fucking job. He fucking did fucking things. He probably did the right things in life that you just didn't choose to do. And he can afford to live a certain life. Niggas be mad at fucking showbiz because he ride Corvette. Niggas be mad at showbiz because of the way his motherfucking the way he chilling in his basement, the way he set up, the way he deal with people, the way he do his show, whatever. But let that man do him. I don't hate on another nigga because everybody got that. They got their own wave. You know what I'm saying? You can't hate on him for him going living his life a certain way, accumulating, amassing certain shit in his life, and living a good middle class life and being able to provide for his family. And at the same time, people fuck with his, you know what I'm saying, his boxing talk, even though it toes the fence a little bit too much for me. Like, he definitely straddled the fence and he be showing a lot of favoritism. It's just not my particular cup of tea, but I ain't gonna shit on that man, nor am I gonna hate on that man. He do him, and that's good. That's good on him. If that's what he like to do, that's what he got good for him. I'm happy to see another black man riding Corvette. I'm happy to see another black man who promotes taking care of his fucking son, who, you know what I'm saying, who puts his homie on in the motherfucking video, who build a brand for their motherfucking self. What the fuck do I got to hate on him for? Any other motherfucker that's doing it. And to call that nigga Illuminati or to say anybody any form of anything like that, yo, all you doing a disservice to them too. If you say you ultimately about bigging up your people, and if you about oppression and suppression of, you know, other races. So I don't even want to hear that corny shit. Why wouldn't I know another man to be successful? You know what I'm saying? I don't get the hate. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not, y'all already know me, man. I ain't no hater, man. I ain't no, if anybody know anything about two hands, man, I ain't no motherfucking hater, man. And if anybody know anything, this been the one place you actually can come for real and you can ask me something, dog, and that shit gonna be genuinely how the fuck I feel about it. It ain't gonna be no, oh, I'm worried about how this person think I feel, or oh, I'm worried about having this relationship or this friendship. Nah, fuck all that. No, I'm genuinely telling you how I feel about every sense of the word. And oh no, I'm not worried about popular opinion or none of that. You talking to a black man that wears a motherfucking Donald Trump hat 24 motherfucking 7, dog. You think I give a fuck about popular opinion? Fuck no. So all I'm saying, bro, we just gotta, like, we gotta let people do them, man. Like, that nigga winning, let him win. Like, for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, Bruce winning, for real. But you know what I'm saying? You block your blessings when you constantly, you know what I'm saying, constantly out here trying to rumble with this one and that one and this one and that one, because everybody wants to sit up there and look at it like they questioning what you're doing it for. At that point, one or two people is cool, but when it started to become multiple, people gonna start looking at you like you bugging. You know what I'm saying? Fucking right, I wear a Trump hat, bruh. I was just wearing it yesterday. My Trump 2020 make you liberals cry again. This a Trump hat too. This shit came from the young Republicans. This a Trump hat too. Come and take it with the M16 on it. I don't play no games. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real nigga, dog. I don't follow trends, bro. I apologize. I'm back. I'm back. Don't worry, don't worry. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, nah, nah. We gonna keep this shit rolling. We gonna keep this shit rolling. The revolution continues. But nah, like I was saying though, yeah, man. I be rocking Donald Trump caps though. Like I said, I don't be following trends, man. I be doing me though, man. You got to do you at all times, man. Like I say, man, a lot of people support stuff because they hear other people say shit, but they don't really do their own research on it. I rock with what I rock with because I do research on it, so I can make determination truly on what's what. Outside of that, I ain't really tripping and I ain't worried about nothing else. And nobody else should be evil when it come to them though. When it comes to them though, in their life though. But anyway, let's see what's going on with the folks. Ronald Finkley, salute. Yeah, man, where my money at? Where my money at? Nah. No, hold up, motherfucker. Hold up, motherfucker. Fah, fah. It ain't about they money. Where my money? Where my money? It's coming, though. Shout out to the Vegas plug. Shout out to the Vegas plug. Nigga had to pay some motherfucking bills, too. Had to pay some bills, too. Hey, man. Hey, man. I'm recession proof, baby. Two hands is recession proof, baby. Yeah, man. Trump a cold gangster, man. They mad at my dog. They mad at my dog. Show me the money, man. And all of y'all, man, I hope y'all put your money on, I hope y'all put your money on TL like I told you. If you did, y'all motherfuckers would be cheesing how I'm cheesing. Y'all be smoking how I'm smoking. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That way. My man talking about getting Hellcats right now. Hey, man, it's a good life when you betting with T.O. That's an actual fact, though. That's an actual fact, though. Shout out to my brother, Actual Facts. We tried to tell him. Oh, yeah, David Watkins, we all the way back. We back. Man, look, man. I know you, all it, babe. I know you happy, sweetheart. I know you happy, sweetheart. I'm happy for you, man. Punch Drunk Boxing, man. Hey, salute my motherfucking brother Punch. We in a New York state of mind right now. Hey, man, we just celebrating out here, family. We just celebrating out here, family. That's all we doing, man. We just celebrating, man, because it's a special occasion, man. The young boys pulled through, man, and they did all of the things that I said that they was going to do, bro. I'm just living in the moment, man. Hey, man. Shout out to my brother Double M, man. Boxing Logic United. If you ain't subscribed to Punch Drunk Boxing, if you ain't subscribed to Boxing Logic United, the whole MBBC, aka / the Reaper gang, you're retarded. But go ahead and subscribe, though. I'm just saying, subscribe. It costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. Hey, man, Brooklyn and Harlem is definitely on the map. Brooklyn and Harlem is definitely on the map. Hey, Myron, you got some explaining to do. You did, hey, your prediction was all the way right in a sense if you would have predicted that the other brother was going to win. And if you would have picked it by majority decision, you would have been good to go. Oh, yeah, the whole BX, look, man, man, look, man. Man, the whole New York is on the map right now. Man, all of Brooklyn, man, look, the whole New York is on the map right now. And every city, on every island, they throwing it up right now. All across them 21 bridges. Look, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. Hey, look, man, like I said, man, it's no more. We look. We walking into a different era of boxing right now. We got to breathe in this fucking fresh air, and we truly got to enjoy it. We got to look at it for what it really is. We moving into a different era of boxing right now, when things are about to change. We're about to see things move in the direction they supposed to move. We about to see things go the way they supposed to go. Man, look, man, hey. I think I'm about to go over the StreamYard. I think I'm about to go to StreamYard, man, because I want to hear what other people got to say about what happened, man. I want to know how other people feel about, what they saw, and what just took place. So I feel like we should really move this thing over to StreamYard. I think that would be the most politically correct and the most satisfying portrayal of what we just saw take place like that last night. It's a little bit of togetherness, though. Just a little bit of togetherness, though. I just want to hear what a couple other people got to say about it, if anybody got to say anything about it. Just call, just call two hands, Just call two hands Mr. Two Deep Pockets, man. You know what I mean? Because, hey, man, the bets went in, man. We good, man. We good. Hey, man, hey, look. What I saw last night is what I just wanted people to just take, just be able to take a look at, man. And just really understand what they just witnessed was a young kid doing things that nobody gave him credit for. A young kid doing shit that nobody thought that he could do. A young kid that that really found composure in the 12th round. A young kid that kept composure late in the game to where he said he was completely outclassed, where they said that he wasn't able to win this mental game, where they said that Lomachenko had the technical ability, he had all of the mental prowess, he had all of the other ingredients that could really just destroy this kid when it just came to the marathon portion of the race, man. They only thought they only invested in him on the sprint. But he proved everybody wrong in a major way, so it's way more satisfying when you get to see him go out there and outbox a dude. Outbox a dude. Outbox a dude. And bully him in spots. And make him live on the back foot. Just moving lateral. Staying out of range. Not really engaging. Take the leash off of him, man. Let them boys work. Let them boys work. Let's go. Freddie Moore, salute. Yeah. 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 Yeah, we in the building. Yeah. Yeah, we in the building. Call him Mr. 2D Pockets because guess what? I put the money on the wood. Pause. All I'm saying is, man, look, I see a major shift in the sport to where it's like, yo, the young talent is everything that I said it was, man, and I was proven right last night, man. I really got to visualize and see, and the world got to see. Fuck me visualizing and seeing because I already knew it. But the world got to see that the young talent is what I say it is. So if y'all say Vasily Lomachenko is all of this shit, then what does that make Teofimo Lopez at the end of the day? That's what you got to ask yourself. That's what you got to be realistic about. That's what you really got to, you know what I'm saying, hold dear to your heart right now because y'all put Lomachenko up here. The 400 amateur fights go, or I heard him go redundantly on and on about that shit. The 396 wins with the 1 loss. So they say, you know, the fastest guy, you know what I'm saying, to be a multi-world champion, all of this bullshit. We heard all of that. They painted all of the pictures. They tried to erase the O's and all of that thing. I told y'all there was a bunch of average niggas. I told y'all this is going to be the first real dude. But look, though, all I'm saying for Teofimo, if Lomachenko was all of those things, can Teofimo be all of that too? Just saying. Just saying. You got Victor Bada, salute. What's good, brother? How you feeling today, brother? Look, man, I had a lot of people pick Lomachenko. A lot of them. A lot of my mans picked Lomachenko. You know? Me and Nuke. We went to, you know what I'm saying? We had a nice little debate last night. Shout out to the eviction notice. He picked Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? But it don't matter. It don't matter. Boxing won. So all I'm saying is, man, look, we just, when it comes to these other young fighters, man, that really got that ability, man, what are we waiting for? So we can't sit on the fence and just let shit just drag on. Like if these dudes say they ready, believe them. Believe them. That's what I want you to do. Believe them. Because we putting too much stock in motherfucking shit we didn't witness before. We got to witness it. And the only way we going to witness it is if they get it on, baby. That's it. That's it. That's it, man. That's it. A lot of people, Brian, you ain't the only one. You ain't the only one. Man, shout out to True Sons. He tapped in with me. Man, shit, Die Hard Casual. He 1000% Reaper gang. Official Reaper gang. He picked Loma. You know what I'm saying? What did he say? He said to me on Twitter, he said, man, two ends, you know, I picked Loma, but I ain't gonna lie. That boy, Tio, looked ready. You know what I'm saying? True Sons. We was having the motherfucking conversation. He commented on the channel and said, you know, I'm picking Lomachenko, you know, but I'm not denying that Tio could win or whatever, but you know, may the best man win. And that's all that matters. It don't matter if you was right or you was wrong. You know, people made picks on what they saw because I can't tell you what you seeing when you looking at the sport. I can definitely tell you when you want some bullshit, but if you giving an accurate, you know, if you giving an accurate analysis on what you saying and what's going on, how can I refute that? You know what I mean? Because that's all I'm doing. We giving a hypothetical opinion on what we believe to be taking place in front of us. So I don't know what you see when you score a fight. You don't know what I see when I score a fight. So there's like, yo, ain't nobody no losers here, man, because like at the end of the day, man, I told motherfuckers, boxing is ultimately going to win. And for this outcome, for the way this outcome, for the way it transpired, the fact that it went 12 rounds and Teofimo did it the way he did it, I think that was even better for boxing, man, and it did even more for the kid because that's what Lomachenko was known for, right? Lomachenko was known for his technical prowess, and Teofimo was supposedly not able to keep up with that aspect of the game. So when you get to see this young kid do all of these things, man, imagine what it'll look like versus him and Devin Haney. Imagine what it'll look like when we get to see, Ryan Garcia face Luke Campbell. We already saw what MJ Akhmadaliev did. We already see what, Israel Madrimov and them trying to do, man. There's a lot of dudes out here, man. We got Shakur fucking Stevenson, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. We living in a great time and an exciting time in boxing. Well, I'm just saying right now, it's a lot of stars here, bro. But they got to be promoted the right way. And the only way they're going to get that bump is if you let them boys crash, man. And was ready all this while, but he wanted it to remain in-house. So he messed that Haney Mando up with that franchise to keep it in the freezer. And once Lopez got the IBF strap, bingo. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was saying that. Me and Nuke had a nice little verbal spar last night on eviction notice on how he felt about Devin Haney and how I completely disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Devin Haney did all of the things he was supposed to do. So, of course, Top Rank took the lesser of the two evils. Whether you want to believe it's persevered or you want to believe they avoided Devin Haney, I believe it was a mixture of the two. I know it to be a mixture of the two because I don't give a fuck what nobody said. Y'all can't look at that boy and tell me that there ain't something special there. And I'm just in full agreement that both of these kids right now are on a collision course for what is about to be the most exciting fight and the most purely genuine fight that we as fighting fans could get at 135. Like the cloth has been pulled off of, the exotic cars. We really getting to see what these motherfuckers are doing. On Teofimo's side, we just want to, people just need to see another opponent that Devin Haney can get in the ring with right now, and that he can validate himself, or more so validate his claim, regardless of what I believe it is. But people gonna always see that shit that way. I pick Loma, but that's the beauty of boxing. Anything can happen. Best fought the best, and two got it. It's a fact, man. That's a fact. Look, man. Look. T.O. went out there and he did everything that he was supposed to do to win that fight. Even, you know what I'm saying, where I thought that he was going to be a lot more aggressive in certain aspects of the match, he even shocked me in his level of patience and his level of, keeping it mid-range and just staying just a little bit out of the range where he had to make Lomachenko, work. Lomachenko had to come and get it. And when Lomachenko came and got it, he paid for it. And Lomachenko was trying to disguise his pain by hopping off his feet when he was throwing body shots because he couldn't get out of the way. He was just too fast and just too big. And that was just the telling of the tale of the whole evening, man. You know what I'm saying? I got to see how weak Lomachenko punch resistance really is by the way, he shied away from the punches. And when he took them, he faded away from them fast, boy. I've never seen him circle like that. You didn't get to see any of that sexy shit y'all used to seeing when it came to them other little dudes. Teofimo, nothing wrong with picking Teofimo, picking Loma. He is a great talent, but Teofimo too much in this fight. Absolutely, man. I try to tell people, man. I'm just like, bruh, it's just too much too quick. And look, man, and that nigga Crack Horseman, I'm gonna keep it a bean. You know what I'm saying? As a real nigga, I still would have made the video if Teofimo would have lost. But you owe me a motherfucking video with that nigga Lomachenko being humiliated. You know what I'm saying? Because we agreed on that as men. I don't give a fuck if you don't rock with me and I don't rock with you. You know what I'm saying? I still would have gave you that because I bet with you. But we know you ain't gonna humiliate your boyfriend like that. Spicy! Salute to the spicy hot dog water, though. I'm good, bro. I'm trying to be a Good head of the family. Hey, man, that's all you can be, man. Man, I've been great, man. Just trying to stay a hard-working black man, just trying to make it out here, man. That's all, man. Just trying to, you know what I mean, tap in with my people. I tap in with my people, bro. We gonna talk this boxing shit, man, and we gonna give real credit where credit is supposed to be due. We ain't gonna sniff nobody ass. Nah, we ain't sniffing ass. Absolutely, man. It really makes me like, yo, I'm so excited to see what Shakur Stevens can do because he can beat up a lot of dudes where he at right now. You know, Shakur's about to make a lot of noise, man. I think, wow, man. Shakur versus JoJo make a lot of sense, bro. I don't know what's going on with with Tevin and JoJo, but I like Shakur and JoJo, or the winner of Tevin and Shakur. I mean, Tevin and JoJo, excuse me. Waiting, Brian Harkins says, waiting for this generation. Great, it was on ESPN Plus. Man, it was it was everything I wanted it to be, man, other than this nigga Berlanga, man. Look, man, this nigga EB, man, we got to see this dude for more than a fucking minute at a time, man. It's cool when you out here going through blasting people, man, but them TKOs, man, and these type of toxic ass cab drivers that you walking in the ring facing, these dudes that don't even want to get in the ring, it's already shy of your power and shit like that, bro. We got to see you go up in there against, you know what I'm saying, a solid opponent. Like, now, he doesn't have to be a world level man, but you know what I mean, at least like a WBO international, like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody light, man. Somebody, you know what I'm saying, just ready, just scraping the cusp of becoming a top 10 talent maybe or something, dude. Just give us something, man. Somebody on an FA Jogba level or something, bro. Just give us some rounds. Better yet, even if you're fighting bums, bro, you don't even have to fight nobody that is of any high ranking right now. Just fight somebody that you can just basically give us a few rounds, bro. Let us see you box a little bit. Let us see you get behind your jab. Let us see you stab some people in that body if that power is as real as Top Rank is trying to make it out for us to be, man. I mean, we see you look like a star. You can be a star and all of that shit. But let's just see you use the ring a little bit, man. Let's see you pop the jab some. Let's see you work behind your power a little bit with a little bit of finesse, bro. Because this blowing out shit people in a wicked second. I know people are enjoying that shit, man, but I just need to see a little bit more. Roman feels the punches at 135. You can see he don't come on the inside the same. He didn't want to come inside at all. That motherfucker tried to stay away from the inside as much as he could. And see, that was that and that's what did him in, man. That's what makes Sugar Ray Leonard. That's what make Roberto Duran, man. That's what make these little fighters like, you know what I'm saying, Ray Boom Boom Mancini once again. You know what I mean? Like, that's what makes these guys great fighters, man. The ability to walk up in there. You got to walk in there with the beast, man, and you got to go get it. And it's gonna hurt, bro. That's a part of the sport. With that technical style Loma got, he's got to live with not being fired on and hitting shit like that. We don't know if Loma could take a punch or he couldn't take a punch, or how Loma really could do. Like, we don't know that. But we found out. And don't be ashamed. Right. Right. There ain't no point on betting on Loma. Like, the odds were so good, even if you was a Loma fan, you should have bet on T.O. Because any realistic individual can tell you, like, yo, the nigga had a chance. Bruh had a real chance. He had a real chance. And once and in doing so, when you look at the odds, when they just swinging like, yo, 330 plus on T.O., man, shit, what? Nigga, go ahead and you ain't even got to put nothing crazy on there. Just throw $100, $50 on that thing. You still gonna come out right. Exactly, Jed. Like, you gotta be willing to go inside and you gotta be willing to take it. Because if you a smaller fighter and you fighting a fighter that's bigger than you, the first thing they gonna look for you to do is fight fleet of foot. And they gonna trap you. And they gonna try to own you the entire fight. So your first thing is to do is to take that shit from him. You gotta punch him and soften him up, man. You gotta soften him up. You gotta make him a little swollen. You gotta beat him up. You gotta go in there and give him certain things that he didn't think he was gonna do. He didn't think he was gonna pressure him on the inside. He didn't think he was gonna double up and start punching him all up in his face and going hard at his body. Like, those are the things you gotta do if you want to win that fight. That kind of fight right there, it was only designed for Vasily Lomachenko to win it one way. And Vasily Lomachenko would have had to win that fight by going in there and just doing exactly what he did in those other fights, but doing that shit for as long as Teofimo was in that fight. And that's the thing. We saw that there's no way, and even if there's a rematch, Vasily can want to go in there, he can do it, and he can approach it that way the next fight, but he just, the punch resistance, man, he don't got it, bro. He don't have it to where he can live in there like that. Bro, this man was jumping, y'all. Like, he was jumping off his feet when he was throwing body shots. That tells me that you don't even want to take it. And the impact from you taking it is really evident on camera on how devastating it is when you're hit by that shit. You don't want to take it. So how can he go in a rematch if there was one, or if there's talks of one? How can he go in there and give that type of boxing effort? And if he does it, man, he gonna walk away from some shit after that. He gonna walk away from 135. You ain't gonna be able to sustain punishment like that up there, because you will have to do it a third time. I just don't see him. There's no way he could win the rematch, because like I said, y'all, I see the kid being more devastating. Teofimo's gonna become a better fighter. And Teofimo's going to become a better fighter down the stretch, because this is the thing when you're fighting at the higher level in boxing. A lot of your fights aren't going to be knockout. So a lot of the shit that people give Floyd Mayweather bullshit for and all of that shit, like, when you fighting top tier opponents, man, you're not going to be able to win by knockout. And if you're thinking you're going out there and to win by knockout, bruh, you're going to lose every time. You got to be learning how to fight down the stretch. You got to learn how to adapt during the fight. You got to be able to stay mentally on that entire fight during that second half of the fight. Because in a sense, just like football, the game isn't won in the first half, it's won in the second, unless you get the knockout. And the knockout blow in football would be, I would say, you know what I'm saying, hitting the nigga up 42-0 in the first half. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't happening too often. The game is always won in the second part of the game. And boxing, definitely that. Definitely that if you're not knocking the guy out. You definitely want to be able to turn on that extra motherfucking switch and be able to razzle-dazzle in the second half of the fight. And what I mean by razzle-dazzle is punch a nigga motherfucking head off, accurately, stay sharp, be able to maintain footwork, find a second win, tough it out, and show grit, bruh. And it takes a strong dude, and it takes a really young dude to be able to do something like that. Not in all cases, but in most cases when older guys have to find that thing to be able to sustain that type of activity in the second half of the fight, they're usually tapping into some shit to where it's like, yo, that's one of them things to where you ain't gonna see him do that too much more. I agree, Vic. He definitely needs to go back down one weight category. I would love to see him fight Miguel Burchell. That is a fight I would love to see. Now, you talking about an explosive fight, I think that would be probably one of the best fights to see. Definitely. I think Shakur Stevenson washes him. Shakur Stevenson would be too big in a sense, man. Yeah, J Blues, like, I told people, man, like, you looked at him at the weigh-in, Both of them individuals at 135, you could still see in his bone structure, you could just still see in his face and their faces and everything. Just T.O. was just bigger, man. He's just bigger. Even at 135, sitting at the same weight, and he and his father even said they don't rehydrate to that much after, you know what I'm saying, the fight. They ain't gonna blow up. Like, who wants to blow up like fucking 20 pounds, 30 pounds? Like, who gonna blow up that much, 15, 20 pounds after fucking rehydrating? Bruh, that shit, yo, you'll feel like shit. You'll feel like shit. So they're not gonna blow up real crazy. He's just a bigger kid, period. That extra 10 pounds, that's a hell of a lot of 10 pounds or 8 pounds or whatever. That's a hell of a lot of 8 pounds. When I say that, like, when I was looking at the match, yo, when I was looking at the weigh-in, I said, yo, if Vasily Lomachenko coming here weighing in at 135, I'm like, bruh, yeah, that shit look good, but I'm like, he not coming in weighing too much more after that, because the whole purpose of Vasily weigh-in, he's going to want to weigh more in that fight. He's going to want to have more weight on him in that fight. He's not going to want to lose more weight because he's dealing with a bigger guy. So Vasily had to come in big. So imagine that probably being a problem for him too, because he probably didn't feel as quick as he needed to feel in the match, because he didn't have, I don't know, man. He didn't seem sharp at all. Like, there was nothing there that, like, yo, and all of that shit that he give us, bro, there was nothing there that I saw from Vasily Lomachenko that was reminiscent of those things that made him great. And that's no knock to him, I swear to God. I'm just saying. So Lomachenko naturally, like, imagine like what he weighed really on fight night. He probably was literally at 135 to 138, maybe. This nigga Tiafimo was at 140. Shit. He was up there, man. He was up there. I'd say Tiafimo was probably like what, 145 maybe? Just saying. If Loma was to lose again, how damaging would that be to his legacy? Man, Toby, I don't think him losing another fight after this would be as damaging to his legacy as the fight that he lost last night. And what I mean by that is, if you look at the fight that he fought last night, he was exposed on all levels in what everybody assumed to perceive him to be great. Where everybody perceived him to be at the top of his class, where everybody assumed him to be the upper echelon and leading all classes, he was shown to be fundamentally inferior. He was shown to have a lot of holes. It was shown to be a lot of glitter. It was a lot of glitter in a lot of aspects of the work that he put in, because this kid, once again, who others said that he couldn't box, he put on in areas where nobody gave him credit. So that kind of took away those myth, that myth, you know what I'm saying? That myth that surrounded him, like that thing that surrounded Lomachenko, that gave Lomachenko all of that extra, like, that made him the predator of the division, that made him the top dog of everybody's pound for pound weight category, or even their number one and number two in that class. So now it's like you're judging him on a different level. It's like you're measuring him up against other opponents that you really wanted to see him in the ring and really see him fighting. And you're really asking yourself, is he really that good? How does he measure up against this guy? Man, shit. Not even at 135, man. I would like to see what he does down at 130. I would like to see what he does against a Miguel Burchell. Does he beat him? You know what I'm saying? So now it makes us ask so many other questions, and that's truly a realistic thing. And it's nothing like dismissive of what Lomachenko has done or what technical prowess that he had in the game, but it makes us question or even ourselves and ask, did we overanalyze it a bit too much? I'm not saying I did that, because I didn't necessarily do it, but I'm just speaking in all possible aspects of how other people saw Lomachenko, and how that might not necessarily be true right now, considering what we saw last night, considering what we saw in the later rounds, considering how we saw him get punched on the Philly shell. That's what the going back to the point I was making earlier about how people was measuring him up to Floyd Mayweather and how they shitted on Floyd and his Philly shell and how he got annihilated by the Philly shell last night. So it really makes you ask the question: is how much were y'all being dismissive of the Philly shell and disrespecting the Philly shell, and how much stock were you really putting in Vasily Lomachenko? So if you're saying Lomachenko was that great, really, how great is Floyd Mayweather now? And it really makes you have to reverse a lot of the ways that you were thinking when it comes to this particular boxer. A lot of other individuals was trying to measure distance and trying to see how far out of range he could be from Teofimo Lopez to be able to operate, use what he's good at, and still be able to have an offense on top of it. But what he realized was, even in that range, he was still too close to what was Teofimo's devastating punch, or what could have been a devastating punch. So it was frustrating him. So he kept circling laterally, just inching a little bit more, a little bit more. With every transition, he was getting on the back foot just a little bit more. And you could see it's like, damn, man, this dude really doesn't see a way in right now. And when Teofimo trapped him, them body shots came, I was like, it's going to be a long night. And it was a long night. Man, Teofimo went out there and did something that, man, it makes you proud to be a young dude. It makes you proud to be a young boxer. It makes you proud to be a young boxing fan. And it makes you proud to be a true fan of the sport. Because he went out there and did a lot of things that a lot of boxers get shitted on for. And he went out there and he showed a lot of things in boxing that if it's done right, and if it's done on a high level, and if it's calculated, and if it's responsible, that offensive counter boxing and a Philly shell, you know what I'm saying, and using that old Philly way is a very exciting thing to watch in the sport. If you can, you know what I'm saying, when you're mixing it up and you using your boxing and you coming on the front foot and you bringing it to him too, because he really did more boxing and he did less bullying than what I thought he was going to do. Like I said, I thought he was going to be so much more bro, and it wasn't that. He was not that aggressive he was not that aggressive at all. He was way more calculated than, you know what I mean, most people were going to give him credit for. Even I was shocked at how calculated he truly was within that match. This nigga said Canelo's still the French fry champ to me. Shut the fuck up. Fury will get done the same way by Joshua. Absolutely. That's the shit I be saying, man. The shit people be sleeping on and be thinking these certain dudes can't do. I promise you, Joshua gonna knock Fury the fuck out. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. Damn, them boys, if they sleeping on what Anthony, if they sleeping on that boy AJ, I promise you, that knockout about to wake them the fuck up. Because Fury ain't ready. And Fury, the way Fury talking about Deontay Wilder is the same way he gonna be ducking Anthony Joshua after the knockout. Oh yeah, definitely. From round two, Lopez definitely knew he was sitting on top of all levels of dominance in the ring, mentally. His father was, the coaching from his father. That's another thing too. We must go there right now. Can Teofimo's father get his respect as being a good fucking coach? Could he get his props as being, you know what I'm saying, right in what he believed in his son, what he believed in the other opposing fighter, where y'all motherfuckers called him crazy and said he didn't stand a chance? Can Teofimo, father, get that respect as potentially being coach of the fucking year. Can we do that? I'm just saying. Because there was a lot of real fucking greasy talk coming from y'all motherfuckers, man. Don't nobody gotta take nothing a certain type of way if you wasn't talking it. But y'all know who y'all was, and y'all was talking real greasy. I just ignored it. I tried to explain what it was, but nobody believed me. Once again, nobody believed me. That's a fact, Ronald. He had to dig deep. He had to dig deep. So many people thought Loma's footwork and boxing skills and totally wrote off Lopez's skill and knowledge. They did, David. They tried to. They tried to, and I try to tell people. I said nobody is acknowledging the type of skill and talent that Teofimo has, and that's one of the major. That's one of the most important things that I highlighted in the second video when I made when we was taking a closer look at the fight that I made when I did my prediction during fight week. Clarissa Shields said Teofimo can do some of that same shit Lomachenko be doing. He just had to switch. He just switched the style up in the pros, and that's what I kept telling y'all. That amateur shit don't mean nothing. That's why it's amateur shit. Amateur fighting style is way different when it comes to accumulating points, and it comes to fighting in the pros, dog. You got to switch up. You got to have a completely different type of greasy type of mind state, a different type of technical prowess, and you got to have a different type of dog in you when you fighting in the pros. And in a lot of ways, and you know what I'm saying, the amateurs, a lot of motherfuckers get robbed in a lot of matches, and it's a lot of great talent that gets overlooked by a bunch of bullshit judging in the amateur. We ain't even gonna go there, and we talking about crooked shit in boxing. Teofimo's dad deserves the respect of a coach that's probably potentially fight of the year. Him or Joel Diaz, in my opinion. But yeah. That franchise bullshit must cease. How about that replay mode, huh? Boxing needs this replay mode. Hey, man, look, man. The franchise belt is 1,000% garbage. It's 1,000% garbage. And in a lot of ways, you know what I'm saying, like, Teofimo, him and his father ain't complaining about the franchise belt because, you know, their opportunity came from, you know, Lomachenko elevating himself to a franchise champion and getting out of the way of Devin Haney. So everybody can appreciate this evening based on the fact of, you know what I'm saying, Vasily Lomachenko choosing to do some shit like that. So, of course, when it's benefiting and it's working in their favor, nobody's going to forego it as like, oh, it's a problem for them. Of course not. When it supposedly doesn't exchange hands. And if you win, all you win is a WBC diamond belt. That's in the rule books. You can look that shit up. That's 1,000% facts. Two hands ain't here just talking out his ass. I'm just saying, there's a lot of bullshit that come with that, man. I feel you 1,000%, Boxing Jedi. I'm right there with you. I bet Loma was, the whole, and what's up with the fucking ref trying to give Loma life with less than 10 seconds in the fight, calling for, you know what I'm saying, an unintentional headbutt and shit, man. And that certain Fury would prefer that beating for the money. He tricked Wilder, who actually thought he was tricking Fury. Both of them went underground negotiating while Wilder covered up with AJ. And that's an absolute fact. And here's the deal, right? Here's the deal. This dude Wilder's so stupid because Fury done pimped him, got money out of him, and now he gonna get the big payday that he avoided. 1,000%. He taking the AJ money. He like, you idiot. He said, you should have jumped on that bread right when it was there. He was like, that's what this game is about, you fucking idiot. You don't want to be big dog. You think you playing on the major level. You think you a boxing star. You ain't even smell stardom. You ain't even smell Bill with the big time boxing yet. Because when he stepped up to big time boxing, it made him shit his pants, man. He ain't know what it feel like to have a bunch of thousands of traveling fans packed in that, you know what I'm saying, packed in a MGM arena, screaming you DOS at you from the top of their lungs, walking all through the hotel while you walking through with your lady, screaming on you, calling you a DOS, just ready, just all on alcohol and pure adrenaline, waiting to see a fight go down. Like, man, when he got the big time boxing and press conferences, all of that shit had him shook. Had him shook. I mean, shook. Took the life right out of him. Took the soul right out of him. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. They was trying to do their best to try to. They missed the ring out. They was trying to do their best to steal points from that motherfucker too, man. That's why, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm kind of glad that I'm like, man, I'm just like, yo, get it over with. When I heard the scorecards, I was like, yeah, they giving this shit to T.O. Cause I was like, in no way, shape, or form could you see Lomachenko having favoring cards in any point in that fight when it came to the judging. That's why when I knew there was wide margins, I already knew it was going to Teofimo Lopez because I didn't see no way that fucking Loma should have had a fucking scorecard to me. I'm just saying. I'm just like, yo, because just because you see a guy hit a dude with a couple of shots for the first time in fucking 6 fucking rounds, man, we not gonna call this dude sitting on top of the world, man, in the fucking fight, man. Joe Tessitore was sucking that nigga balls, something crazy, man. Something crazy. But why he suck monkey balls? You gotta tell me why. You gotta tell me why you don't like him. Because I be wanting to have a conversation with people that I really got love for, because I be wanting to know why they don't like them. Because if it's a genuine reason, then you know what I'm saying, I could be like, okay, I hear you, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's my dude. Shout out to the Donald. But he whooped his fucking ass, man. Tim Brad, hey, nah, man, Tim Brad, y'all got, hey, man, nobody can ever say nothing bad about Tim Bradley because cause Tim Bradley is the coldest announcer in motherfucking boxing. That dude is the funniest dude, and he don't even be trying. I swear to God, this dude Tim Bradley will tell you the truth in a heartbeat, bruh. Like. He be talking shit. He don't even realize it, man. Like, I love watching him and Andre Ward. Like him and Andre Ward are the best two in boxing right now, man. This nigga said just lucky Loma wasn't wearing a Power Ranger suit on his ring walk. Oh, shoot, like but see, man, you gotta have the show aspect of the show aspect of it, man. But see, Deontay Wilder problem is he didn't realize that the showcasing aspect of it was going to ruin him because you got to be nice at the sport before you start worrying about, wanting to have rappers and all of that shit come down the aisle with you wearing a whole bunch of motherfucking Simon Says is on your outfit and shit like that, having lights jump off on your face and shit. Like, I don't know nothing about that shit, man. That shit too much for me. Chin Smoke, salute, doggy. But that he ain't. But what he do with Central Park 8 though? And Central Park 8 ain't had nothing to do with Donald Trump. They ain't had nothing to do with Donald Trump. I just think people blaming this dude. They blaming this dude for a lot of stuff that ain't Donald Trump fault. But I say, look at this. I say, look at the fact that this man is working with, Senator Tim Scott, and with the First Step Act, man, he curving all of that bullshit, all of them bullshit crime bills just passed, you know what I'm saying, to help, you know what I mean, to help you know what I'm saying, help inmates and recovering inmates coming to society. And then you know what I'm saying, then you know putting 75 billion into the inner city community zones, you know, to help, you know, the inner city kids get broadband and better medical health care in zones where African Americans are suffering and shit. Like, I'm just saying that's for another time. It's for another story. And all the money he dumped more money in black college universities than any president in fucking history, man. So I'm just like, man, people just need to just like do some research before they shit on Donald Trump. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But to each their own, you know what I mean? It's still, we making all you fucking liberals cry again. This is my M16. Come and take it. Trump 2020. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make it cool. I'm gonna make it cool to be a motherfucking Republican. The Democratic Party is a racist party. It's been that since the beginning of time, and Republicans always been the party that's been against that. The Republican Party was, you know what I'm saying, the party that was against it. Like, it's a lot of things, man. Like, all I ask you to do this. Just do some research on the, you know, the Republican Party, and just actually do some research on what Donald Trump has done for minorities. Look at people, look at jobs, all of that stuff right now, and then, you know what I'm saying, get back, because, and then just do that shit for me. That's all I'm saying. Because dude wearing a lot of shit that he ain't really do. But anyway, back to this boxing shit though. When it's boxing shit though. That's a fact, Jedi, but they don't be wanting to hear us though. But listen, once again, Donald Trump didn't lock out. Donald Trump isn't the reason those dudes went to jail. So at the end of the day, when we speak on that, we got that goes back to, we're blaming Donald Trump for a problem with the judicial system. We blaming him for a problem with the judicial system. The judicial system false, you know what I'm saying, mass incarcerates, you know what I mean, people all of the time for things that they didn't do, and have them sitting on Rikers Island. They had people sitting on, not only Rikers Island, but so many different other prison penitentiaries and other county jails, you know what I'm saying, stuck in, you know what I'm saying, central booking, stuck in a bubble somewhere all across America on behalf of a crime that they did not commit. Guilty till proven innocent. When we look at justice, we already see, you know what I'm saying, a blind, you know what I'm saying, we see a blind bitch on the scale, so we already know justice is blind. So we got to start with cleaning up the whole judicial system in a whole. You can't blame, because there's a lot of individuals that get determined and deemed a certain way, and people already pointing fingers at them or judging them, me included. People judge me a certain way when it comes to certain shit that's done happen, regardless of whatever it is. And I might not have been guilty. But that's why we got to clean this shit up from the ground up. And we can't be blaming motherfuckers from other problems that other people created, because, you know, of course he's going to be the scapegoat for a major issue. That don't make that motherfucker racist. That don't make Donald Trump no racist, and that don't make no reason why the Central Park Five is in the position the Central Park Five was in. So if we're going to use Donald Trump to scapegoat for that, then we just letting off the hook off of the whole judicial system. So I ain't even going to say that shit. The judicial system failed them boys. Period. 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 That's just the facts of the matter. All I know is, I know in a whole lot of, I know in several ways how that man has helped motherfuckers too. I know in several ways how many motherfuckers he pardoned that's African American or several minorities that he pardoned that motherfuckers don't talk about. I'm talking about lots of niggas. And I ain't talking about Ones that's just on the level that you want to see on some celebrity shit. I'm talking about your average everyday nigga that people don't even recognize, that you would fucking probably spit on the curb next to that nigga and keep walking and never even mention the nigga name type nigga. So I'm just saying, man, we know how this shit go, man. But anyway, back to this boxing though. It's boxing though. Donald Trump, I don't know, man. If Donald Trump helped himself, then how, but what is Joe Biden? What has Joe Biden done? Didn't Joe Biden call didn't Joe Biden put help put in a crime bill that locked up nothing but African Americans? Isn't Joe Biden the same person who told you know what I'm saying? Who told you that you know what I'm saying? Poor kids can be just as smart as white kids. You know what I mean? Isn't Joe Biden the same person who, you know what I mean, basically the same racist dude who said in Delaware, you know, all Indians, you know what I'm saying, work at a 7-Eleven or at a taxi or drive a taxi? Because you know what I'm saying, it's a very big Indian it's a very big Indian population. You know, you see them in 7-Elevens and taxis everywhere you go all around the city. Like, this is the same individual. You know, this dude is a this dude is this dude is a master of nothing. Is a master of nothing. Like, and is a pure racist. So if we're gonna call somebody racist, I can show you in several cases where that man done denounced that shit. Man, I'm not here to talk Biden or Trump, man. Like, period. That nigga's a clown. 1000% clown. It's funny to me how people will be dismissive, say they don't like Donald Trump, but you running for Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. That's the biggest fucking joke on this earth to me. On earth to me. On planet Earth. Like I don't even, black people need to wake the fuck up, man. How would Trump hold us down when all he did was build us up, though? Everybody taking Trump's stimulus, but at the same time, they shitting on him, though. Y'all ain't got a problem with spending that man money, but at the same time, you saying he'll hold us down. When, you know what I'm saying, the Democratic Party trying to stop every motherfucking thing that this man done put in motion. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of false media and propaganda that people be wanting to hang on to but not doing their research. How's a person holding you down, but he the only reason why black colleges is still moving? But this is the reason, but this is the nigga they saying is holding niggas down? He's gonna be the reason we held down? But he the only reason black colleges is still moving with forever fundage for the next decade? I'm just saying though. It's like, yo, fuck the facts. It's like, we just want to talk about a nigga. Like, like, yo, it's more people like, yo, employment is at a all-time high right now. Like, yo, we suffering, man. He's bringing back jobs into the country, bro. Like, really, while you got these Democratic motherfuckers who outsourcing everything out of the country, got motherfuckers working in sweatshops, enslaving. It's just a whole nother conversation, man. I'm not here to convince nobody, bro. I'm not here to convince nobody. Everybody, why is Trump a psycho? What makes Trump a psycho? Why is he a psycho though? This dude has locked up more people in human trafficking trials than any other motherfucking president that came before him in the last 4 or 5 elections that I know of. This nigga is doing so, man, look, people just will be completely dismissive of what the facts are of how a person helping you, and just will look at some false propaganda ways on how a nigga hurting you though. You know what I mean? Like, look at the facts of how a nigga's helping you, man. That's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to talk boxing though, man. Fuck, I don't give a fuck what a person think about this dude or that dude, because that's the problem right now, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem right now. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, people can't make deals without one another. So, you can hate Donald Trump or you can hate Joe Biden, but at the end of the day, all Democrats and Republicans, they do deals with one another. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna be on this motherfucker talking about this shit when really I ain't trying to have Donald Trump or fucking no sleeping ass Joe Biden take away from me talking about Teofimo Lopez win. Period. So this is what I'm doing. I'm about to find this pen and we going, you know what I'm saying, get back to Teofimo, or we going to talk about Usyk and Chisora, and we going to talk about how can Usyk do Chisora really have a chance, and can he really withstand what Chisora brings to the table. Man, look, man, Trump say a lot of shit, man. But I mean, Biden say a lot. Hey, look, I don't even want to go there, man. I don't even want to go there, man. I'm a psycho too, man. So you know what I'm saying. I'm all for the crazy. I'm all for crazy, man. I'm all for crazy. You know. So at the end of the day, bro, like Teofimo Lopez, man. What's next? What's next? Does the Devin Haney fight really come off next? Because I mean, I'm sure as soon as he heard that, what do y'all think Devin Haney father did? What do y'all think Devin Haney did? I'm sure that motherfucker jumped right up out the motherfucking. He probably jumped right up off the couch. Probably started calling Eddie, motherfucking getting Devin Haney promotions and all the people that work together. He probably got Snack Team on the phone, got that nigga up out of bed, got that nigga Victor Connie up out of his bed somewhere in Santa Monica, California. He probably cutting on all of the fucking lights in the motherfucking gym. He trying to get all of this shit ready. He ready to go. Like he like, man, whatever you need, you know what I'm saying? Anti-gravity rooms, you know what I'm saying? If you need, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever you need, dog, I got you, man. We ready to go to work. We ready to cut on all the treadmills. We ready to cut on all that fancy Lomachenko shit when he hitting on the freaking number pads with the lights. We ready to do all of that. We ready to do all of that. If it's really time for the young boys to make the shit go down, for the boy to feel, so he can really have that real undisputed claim, that's what we gonna do. But I know that would be an entertaining press conference. I believe we got to start taking advantage of what the situation really is and what's it going to be, man. You're not going to have crowds in boxing for a long time. Period. Period. That's just the truth of the matter. You're not going to see fans in boxing. So when you got Lomachenko and T.O. doing what he doing, imagine all of the glory all of these other fighters is missing out on, man. They missing out on all of the glory, man. Teofimo owning the spotlight right now. They got to get it done, man. So I know Devin Haney and Eddie like, look, man, we could do something right now. You want to know what I think would be dope, man? You could sat them boys right smack downtown, smack in the middle of Manhattan. You know what I mean? Like with you know what I mean? Like right in the middle of Times Square, set up a boxing ring, block that motherfucker off, have all of the people out there, wow, like some fucking if y'all hit with MTV, like TRL shit, Total Request Live, have all of the fans going crazy like some wild little fucking girls, fucking at the boy band window, packed with fans, and just let them niggas go at it, man. Top rank in the zone, match room. Let's get this shit popping, man. Let's get it popping. I don't see why they can't do it. Why they can't do it. I think Trump already built. I think Wilder paid for that wall too, Dan. I think Wilder paid for that wall Trump built around his ass. Tyson Fury mad as fuck. He can't get through that bitch either. Oh, it's always love. It's always love. I'm like with politics, it's like sports with me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like barbershop shit. Like, and you can get carried away with that shit and you will not motherfucker and you will forget all of the facts of why you here. At any point, any conversation, bro, like when you passionate about shit, you'll get carried away in that shit and forget why the fuck you here. And like you'll just start going on that topic and shit, and that shit'll just like completely lose sight of the conversation. That's why I just completely got back on like the boxing shit. It's always love. Politics is politics. You know, people just I just like to know why people feel the way they feel, and just like people like to know how I feel the way I feel. But I know who you are as a person, though. You know what I'm saying? That's always love. I've noticed if you have pop, T.O. doesn't handle pressure well. Man, look, man. T.O. T.O. That's what I'm saying, man. T.O. T.O. did a lot of great things last night, but we're not gonna, throw T.O. nowhere above than where he is. We're not gonna put no fighter nowhere above where he's supposed to be, man. And I see, like, I really, really see all of the makings of what last night fight could have been. In my eyes, I think the Devin Haney Teofimo fight has all of the makings of a true boxing classic. That could be a true boxing classic. Now, I think Teofimo is going to continue to get fucking better. And that's going to be great for him because, like I said, he's just going to continue to learn how to get better down the stretch and throwing more punches and having better output and having more ability to stay engaged better on down the stretch because he definitely found life in the 12th round. But what he did in the 12th round, he has to do that in the 11th, the 10th, the 9th, and the 8th as well. You know, he just can't do that. He can't have that type of time off. You know, Devin Haney's a different type of puncher, so Devin Haney's used to, fighting higher volume and a more of a longer round. You know, Teofimo's shown that he's beautiful behind that Philly shell and whipping that fucking right pull. Like I said, that pull counter is so nasty off that Philly shell, man. I told you, he nice with that motherfucker. Teofimo just showed everybody last night that he is a game. He is a game fucking boxer. And he just showed y'all that he just outboxed the so-called masterful boxer. So that's why I always go back to saying, hey, if y'all attributed so much to all the Lomachenko's, technical prowess, then y'all have to give Teofimo that same respect. And don't ever get away from that. And if you do, you know you faking with yourself. Because I know who picked what, I know who said what, and I know who believed what, and I know who believed what. Damn, that was a whole lot of what and who, what, where, and what. Yeah, all that shit. Anyway, I know who believed who could do whatever, you know what I'm saying, and who believed who couldn't. Man, I ain't saying who and what and where no more. I'm high as fuck. But anyway, I know who said what about you know who, and that's Teofimo. And I know all the things they said he couldn't do, and he did it last night. That's what I'm trying to say. Goddamn shit. Who, what, where, how, motherfucker. I'm a fight fan. I'm calling out mistakes, and T.O. capitalized off Loma's mistakes. T.O. has to handle pressure for future valuable fights. That's the thing. Teofimo's gonna have to be able, and that's the thing. When it comes to a fight with him and Devin Haney, that's going to be the type of fight to where it's like, yo, when you fighting Devin Haney, a different type of sandwich. And like I've said since the beginning of the time, I always believed that Devin Haney was on his head and had more than what was necessary needed to beat Lomachenko. And I felt like he was the guy to do it. Teofimo was just, you know what I'm saying? He was the guy. He was in the right. He was in the right position, and he did what he had to do based on the circumstances of what Bob Arum, because it all goes back to Bob Arum, it all goes back to franchise titles, it all goes back to it fucking that up. So Teofimo took advantage of the process that was put in front of him due to to him being elevated franchise champion when Devin Haney got fucked out of that process. So Teofimo did what he was supposed to do, but I feel like, Devin Haney Devin Haney is a 12-round fighter. He's always been a 12-round fighter. He's been in 12-round fights, but he can knock you the fuck out too. But his punches come from high IQ, body shots, coming up top. Teofimo was real strong on the first six. I just need Teofimo to work on um, being strong in the later rounds, man. Having more punching in bunches in the later rounds, man, and just maintaining that level of aggression, man, and not showing that level of physical fatigue that I saw in him, because you saw there was levels of posturing and trying to smile off areas to where he knew he was gassed. You know, I just want Tiafimo to work on that, because that will be a problem if you plan on leaving 135 to go up to 140 to say fight a Josh Taylor, to fight a Regis Prograis, to fight any of those guys up there. I'd say that'll be a problem. You know, does he have the goods to compete with all of those guys? Absolutely. But I'm just saying, he put on a spectacular showing last night. I think it was beautiful for him in the sense to where he did something to where nobody expected him to go out and do it in that way. So it elevates his name in a better way for me, in a much more satisfactory kind of way, because they thought he was only going to get it kind of the Jeff Lacey way. With the Jeff, everybody had the whole Jeff Lacey mentality when it came to him. So for me, it's just different in that regard. But I feel like the kid just needs to motherfucking work on picking it up, man. He just needs to work on picking it up, and just focusing on his output, man, and bringing that same type of sting in the second half of the fight. I just say the 12th round, he definitely found his stride, and that was definitely what he needed to do. What he needed to do. He definitely needed to finish it like that. Man, shit. Hey, I feel you did and all of that shit, but he ain't ready for no Josh Taylor right now. I said earlier that I think that, you know, he, like, Jose Ramirez, he might have more of a chance with right now, but I don't think it's just as simple as rush him up there to go fuck with Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. You know what I'm saying? I do like the idea of him saying that he wants to fight Devin Haney right now. I don't feel like he's ready for Josh Taylor right now. I think Josh Taylor beats him right now. I just think that there are certain areas where he shows signs of fatigue in the second half of the fight. He looked great all through the fight. You know, Teofimo definitely looked good in that fight, but, you know, understanding that Lomachenko is lacking in size, and understanding those guys aren't lacking in size at all. They are very game grown men who have seasoned in real wars. And Josh Taylor being a guy that is a multifaceted fighter who can do a lot of things great. I just don't want him to rush things. He don't have to go up there, you know, if he wants to. And like I said, I'm already here about great fighters can only get greater by fighting greater opponents. You know, I do believe in that as well. But I do feel like there's a certain level of when you're going up in weight, you do have a test in between having that major, having a fight like that. A fight like that, you need to have somebody groom you and get you ready for that one. You got to have a fight in between a fight. You got to have a fight in between at the weight before you have a fight like that. And I just don't think Teofimo ready for Josh Taylor. Realistically, from what I saw last night, he did what he was supposed to do last night. And like I said, nobody gave him credit. And D, you was on the live with me. You was on a couple lives with me yesterday and throughout the week where I said nobody gave his boxing credit. Nobody, you know what I'm saying, is talking about what Teofimo can do in the late rounds. And I think people need to worry about how Teofimo can box in the later rounds. You heard me say that. And I'm sure a lot of people heard me say that in here as well. But with all of that being said, at 140, and those gentlemen up there, especially if we're talking about a Josh Taylor, man, he couldn't do what he did, and he couldn't be visibly gassed like that in those later rounds with him. I mean, if Devin Haney ain't in the picture, why he shouldn't have mentioned him then. He mentioned him. So if he mentioned him, I don't care what you say about Devin Haney not being in his picture. I just heard that man mention Devin Haney, the email champion, and wanting to have another fight at 135. So obviously he in some picture. He should be in the picture. He should be in the picture, regardless of how you feel. Regardless of how you feel, he ain't an undisputed champion. Period. He not, man, look, he not ready to go rush. Look, if he go and do that, he's going to lose. He's going to lose. I don't care how you feel about Teofimo. I'm going to keep it a bean. D, if he goes up there and challenges the winner of fucking, if he goes up there and challenges for undisputed right now, he is going to lose. He's going to lose. He cannot beat, because Josh Taylor is going to beat Jose Ramirez. Period. Period. Josh Taylor is going to beat Ramirez. Period. Period. I'm betting all my money on that fight. He is going to beat Jose Ramirez. And if he goes up there right now thinking that he's going to beat Josh fucking Taylor, you got another thing coming, buddy. And I will bet you on the side, low-key, we could do something, you know what I'm saying, behind closed doors, how we do it. Real niggas do it how we do it. But I'm making Vegas bets and I'm taking private bets on that shit right now. I'm telling the world right now, if you think Teofimo Lopez can beat Josh Taylor right now, you're fucking sadly mistaken, buddy. I am telling the whole world, if you tuning in to Two Hands, the Reaper though, Teofimo has no chance at beating Josh Taylor right fucking now. No way. No. It ain't happening. Come on back down to earth. Come back down to earth. It ain't happening. And I love the kid. I love the kid. That nigga is special. And hey, if he go up there and him, if his father feel like they want to go and do that there right now, if they feel like they want to do that there, more power to him. I respect it. But I ain't betting with him. I'm putting my money on the other kid. I'm just saying, I just don't think he's ready for that right now, man. I just need to see him go 12 with another dude on that caliber that's a respectable fighter and see how he look like operating in between the rounds, man, because I just seen him visibly gas a little bit in them later rounds, and it ain't going to be good with no guy 140. That damn sure ain't going to work with no Josh Taylor. The way him and Regis Prograis just fought each other for 12 straight motherfucking rounds? No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. I just think right now in boxing, bro, I think in boxing, what it said to me by him saying that you know what I'm saying, he was willing to fight Devin Haney, D, you know what I'm saying, by calling him the email champion, which I thought was the bet was awesome. I thought that shit was fly as fuck. What it just said to me was he got his ears to the street in boxing, man. And he really knows what's said, and he really knows what he believe about that motherfucking belt, and he know what the world really believe about that franchise motherfucking belt too, man. And he just want to make his motherfucking claim really as a real G at 135, man. And there's nothing wrong with that, and it's going to be an amazing fight. And for real, all it does is just another fucking element of, you know what I'm saying, it's just nothing but more great fucking boxing for us, for real. I just think that fight just realistically needs to happen. And regardless of whether it happens or it don't happen, I'm not in control of that shit. But fuck, man. Like, I think that's the best option for the kid right now. I think that's a realistic course of option. I think that's a lot of money there for him too. You already know it's a lot of money there for him. You know what I mean? And the fight really makes sense. It definitely makes sense. We've been wanting to see these kids fight, man. They not really kids no more. They grown men, man. They not kids, man. But yeah, man. He said, I don't think he beats Josh either, but if Teofimo listened to what people saying he wasn't ready, he wouldn't be champion now. Nah, whether he loses or not, the challenge is not being taken in boxing. He lose. Nah, at that time, you know what I'm saying? I think that was a different circumstance. I think that's kind of sprinkled with different circumstances too a little bit, D. And this is what I mean by that. because at the certain time, Teofimo Lopez, you know what I'm saying, was definitely, on the collision course of being an IBF champion. We already saw that he had, champion's pedigree. We already saw that he could do that. It was just that, those were those delusional fucking fans that, I'm talking about those fucking, those class of Lomachenko fans that feel like nobody needs to be in the ring with Vasily Lomachenko. Oh, he ain't that guy, whoop, whoop, whoop. The same way they was doing Devin fucking Haney. You know what I'm saying? He went out there and did what he was supposed to do with Comac. I knew he was where he was supposed to be. You already know that. You already know that. But as far as being there at 140 against a certain guy that I know at 140, this nigga ain't average. He ain't average. He ain't regular. He is elite. He's at the top. He's the very top of the fucking class, man. Man, you know boxing just like I know boxing. I just don't think, man, realistically, bro, like, yo, that fight right there, that fight got all of the ingredients, and I'd say like 2 fights, and 2 fights being the fucking 2 or 3 fights, even 2 or 3 fights, being the biggest fight we might have seen in a motherfucking minute. As far as, that meet up at 140 and how that thing could really sell and being able, and what if possibly they could get that thing in New York and probably, space out, some fans, whatever, if it's at the, space out some fans or whatever, however they can get the shit done. Because, they had 100 in there tonight, 100 in there last night, which wasn't really nothing. But I'm just saying, man, Teofimo just not ready for Josh Taylor right now, and I just don't want to see him losing in that way, man. He just don't need to lose it in that way. I just think it's just too early for him, too soon. And I think his daddy know that. His daddy know that, man. They can talk all that shit. But who talks shit too? Josh Taylor. Who gonna tell you, motherfucking, as soon as they open their mouth about Josh Taylor, he gonna jump on their ass. Pause. Like, he'll beat the fuck out that boy right now, man. Like, I never said, you said he beat him either. I'm just saying, it don't make no sense right now to ruin a motherfucking a potential right now $50-100 million fighter. We don't know that. This kid like marketing potential stupid crazy right now, dog. Like a Devin Haney fight make more sense than a Josh Taylor fight make to me right now. Even though he got the medal, I'm just saying, like, let Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez do what they do, because it's got a little bit of time. We got a little bit of time for that anyway. That's going to crack, I believe, probably at the end of 2021, right? So let them boys do what they do, and let them niggas be great and settle in that in their own right, and let Teofimo motherfucking work on what he need to do to motherfucking when that shit happen or when it get there, so I could truly see if I'm like, yeah, I could say, yeah, man, the homie ready, man. He really ready, man. Because I just don't think you should ruin a fighter, a young fighter right now that's at this top, that's got other fucking great fights around him that are real cracking fights that could really define him right now too. Tio versus Payne at 140. That he'll probably Zepeda can box, man, but Zepeda ain't got no chin. He'll knock Zepeda out. Yeah, he need one more belt, man. He need one more belt, man. I just think that I think Teofimo Lopez, man, he went out and did exactly what the fuck me, D. Jefferson, actual facts, a couple of other individuals, been saying he was going to do for a hot minute. A couple of things that we've been saying, that we've been talking about Lomachenko for a hot minute. And once again, in the fashion in which he did it, by going out there and outboxing this motherfucker, showing the world that he got like boxing ability, a high boxing IQ. And there's nothing much that you could really take away from him within that evening. So you could say that, like, this kid ceiling is extremely fucking high, and he's got a lot of and yo, that's the thing, bruh. He's got so much learning and adapt. I ain't even gonna say learning, just adapting, bro. Because he already highly skilled, bro. But just continuing to adapt more nuance to that skill, bro. Like he can just do so much fucking more. So it's gonna be incredible to watch his transition moving forward into what his next fight is going to be. Man, he's a brass champion that loves to talk that talk. It's going to be good to see him motherfucking talking how he talk it, walking how he walk it. Man, this is what boxing need. Boxing need a talker like Teofimo Lopez. Boxing need some young energy like Teofimo Lopez. Boxing needed motherfucking that shit, that pink cloud popped around Vasily Lomachenko, so we could really, really, really start transitioning what I could see a fruitful era and the next generation of boxing, man, and more kids wanting to become boxers, bro. Oh shit, Jeff, you in here. Salute, Jeff. Salute. I know you had Loma, man. That was a shocker, wasn't it, Brody? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Andre Ward was 1,000% all the way bugging, bro. He was bugging. Yeah, a loss isn't a sting on the fighter. A loss isn't a sting on the fighter, but there's a difference. But it is in a way. It is in a way. Josh Taylor would beat the shit out of him, D. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You want to see him challenge himself, not see him get the shit beat out of him, dog. That's why he don't need to fight Josh Taylor right now, because Josh Taylor would beat the shit out of him, D. I'm telling you some real shit. He'll beat the shit out of him. That ain't a good look right now, man. Cause you can lose in a devastating fashion, and it can affect you mentally, and it can affect your boxing career, and it can affect your marketability. That's all I'm saying, bruh. He'll beat the shit out that boy right now, man. And that wouldn't be good for his career at all. That ain't gonna be good for his career if Josh Taylor go out there and wash that nigga. Come on, man. And he big as fuck. He big as fuck. He fast as fuck. He got all of the ability in the world, and he got some smack behind his glove. He done seen multiple styles, man. Like this nigga had to go 12 rounds in fighting with a nigga that's got heavy hands, considered the heaviest handed dude at 140. Like, so you know he can take a fucking solid punch. So at the end of the day, man, that's a recipe for a major ass whooping, bro. To a guy that was gassing out after the sixth round, man. That ain't good for T.O. right now. That ain't good. I fucks with T.O., man, but T.O. don't need to get the shit beat out of him, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The loss don't define you, dog, but getting the shit beat out you do, though. And I hope y'all know what I mean by that. No disrespect to the bull. I'm just saying. Like, when you get the shit beat out of you, yeah, it fuck with you. It fuck with your cell. You know what I mean? The push is already there, man. The energy is already surrounding it. The people already talking it. The tabloids already got to make it, you know what I'm saying, a headline. It's got to be that. They got to talk that. They got to talk that kind of talk. That's what the conversation got to be, man. It's got to be the young kid goes out and topples the guy that's supposed to be the master tactician, the guy that's pound for pound number one. You can slice that log line a million different ways and make it spicy, dog. So the talk is there. The buzz is there. Now it's going to be, but you want to know what it's going to be? It's going to be what if? Or I wonder how Ryan Garcia matches up. I wonder how Devin Haney matches up. I wonder how Tank Davis matches up. I wonder how this one, that one, this one, that one. We got to see him mix it up. We can't have this in boxing no more. All of that shit's going to continuously shift, bro. So all this is doing is just making motherfucking boxing just starting to steamroll in the right direction, bro. And he opened the floodgates for that, bro. He can honestly say, man, he's got to put his name on Mount Rushmore for jump starting that thing and giving it life, bro, and getting it started, man. It's the takeover. It's the takeover for real, man. It's the takeover for real. You know, but bro, but D at the same time, that Canelo machine was completely different. This nigga was already sponsored by Nike. This nigga was like had big Hennessy's, man. Like he's a major sponsored Mexican fighter, man. That was already chosen to be put in that position, bro. There was no stopping that train. You know what I'm saying? And Canelo is a good fighter. Beyond all of that. But Teofimo don't have none of that shit. Them takeover shirts is looking way different than that shit Canelo be having, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Teofimo team wasn't where Canelo team is and the way they can maneuver around Canelo and you know the shit that be around Canelo. You know what I'm saying? And Canelo went out there and got beat up by Floyd Mayweather. Like, I just think that has its I hear what you're saying, and I give you credit to a certain extent, but I know you hear what I'm saying too to a certain extent. Two hands AJ lost, but Skitty got the shit beat out of him. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That nigga was splashing, leaving shit stains all over the ring, getting shit popped out his ear, man. Like that boy was fucked up, man. I keep playing with this motherfucking weed bottle, man, but I'm mad. I'm trying to find my pen, man. I got some good ass weed, man. And now all of that shit free. I ain't had to pay for it because I put the money on the motherfucking wood. All this weed free. All this shit free. And you know, and then I'm not taking away from what your opinion or your stance is on Teofimo. I'm just saying my take is, you know what I'm saying, it's different. You know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Absolutely. He should chase greatness. He should do things great fighters want to do, but I'm just saying, you know, nigga get the shit beat out of him. Nigga get the shit. I'm talking about a nigga really get the shit beat out of him, bruh. That motherfucking shit changes shit in your motherfucking career too. And I'm just like, and this don't have nothing like, but I feel you. Like these are the chances we want. Man, we want fighters to take chances, but then we know the fight that there's a difference when you already taking realistic chances in, you know what I'm saying, in boxing, bro. But then there are chances that you taking right now that just don't even add up to what you should be doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we already know he's gonna have to do it. So there ain't no point. There's no fucking point of rushing it. They on the same side of the street. The shit is gonna fucking happen, regardless of whether we want to see it or not. But all I'm saying is, man, this nigga is just being tossed up to be a straight up fucking appetizer, fucking lettuce wedge. You know what I'm saying, with some blue cheese dressing on it or some shit for the nigga Josh Taylor. And he about to just, you know what I'm saying, kill that nigga, man. Yeah, I feel you, dog. And he a pound for pound guy. Teofimo is pound for pound. Now, I've never been the one to do pound for pound and shit like that because I feel like that shit is so fucking, it's so objective. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different ways, man. And like niggas get their feelings in a bunch about pound for pound. Like, you know, I know who I think the top guys in boxing are, period. And I'm just like, you know, when it come to other people pound for pound criteria, I'll be like, yeah, I believe you can put a guy there. But I don't be like rushing to say number one because I feel like I felt like Anui was above Lomachenko in pound for pound rankings. And niggas thought I was bugging for that shit. Um, but I just, man, like, I don't know. I like that kid a little too much, bruh. And I just think, man, if I'm just a business nigga, man, right now, man, I just see so much opportunity around that division, bruh. And you see he can make the motherfucking weight with no motherfucking problem. He ain't talking like it's killing. The way he was talking after the fight, it didn't seem like he was killing him. So his take on what he want to do right now, dog, I'm just all for it, man. I think the public will try to rush that dude into all types of shit, man, with no real care for that motherfucker, man. Win, lose, or draw, man. You know what I'm saying? But we know that fight gonna happen. That fight is gonna happen. Yeah, like I never believed Canelo had a chance to beat Floyd at all. And it's just unfortunate, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, but at the same time, for Canelo taking the chance, I'm like, Canelo was already an established guy. And the way they moved Canelo at the time, you know, he was supposed to be in that fucking position. They made it like he was supposed to be in that position. So I wasn't opposing for him taking the chance because we've seen in history time and time again other young guys take that's just what it is. Young guys want to dethrone the champ. You come in the game to want to dethrone the champ. You know what I'm saying? If you think you ready, hey, bro, I got to respect the fact that you ready, but I don't got to say that. I don't got to believe that you're going to win. That's all I'm saying. I don't have to believe you're going to win. That's all. That's all. Man, I'm looking for, man, I got the flowers right here, man. I got the flowers right here. I paid a lot of money for this shit, too, man. I'm talking about, like, $60 fucking eighths and shit like that, man. But I'm looking for the motherfucking, I'm looking for the citric, though. The concentrate. I don't know where I put the concentrate, man. So what you think's next for Loma, man? James, man, what I think next for Loma is, man, I think Loma really needs to consider a life at 130 or 126. Because you got to think about it. If he goes down to 130, you know, there's plenty of big guys at 130 right now. You know, but I think there are a lot of realistic fights down there. There are a lot of exciting fights that make him want to, that can define him. You know what I'm saying? But then I think there are a lot of fights that can still expose him for what I believe people didn't see he really was, though, too. Like a Miguel Burchelt or a, how should I put it? A Miguel Burchelt or Shakur Stevenson right now at 130, that could be a fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? Or he can go take a rematch with Gary fucking Russell. That would be a salute to my brother Nuke in the building, man. If y'all ain't catch motherfucking, if y'all ain't subscribed to Nuke, man, y'all must be under a fucking rock, man. But go subscribe to IBFP, man, and definitely y'all need to check out our shit fucking the eviction notice. We crushing that shit right now. The streets is definitely talking about it. Shit is major, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad me and my brother, you know what I'm saying, finally could come together and get that shit to y'all for real. It's been a long time coming and we making that shit happen. Shout out to my brother Nuke. But yeah, man. Like he need to go to 130. Or realistically, right now, you want to know there'll be a good fight for him where he can go reclaim a title and it ain't gonna hurt his body to go ahead and make that weight. Go back down there and fight fucking Gary Russell, man. Go fight Gary Russell again in the fucking rematch, man. That's a fact. That's a fact, Nuke. That's a fact. I would like to see a Gary Russell rematch. Fight Gary Russell, beat the shit out of Gary Russell, or fight Miguel Burchelt. Give us a real exciting fight with Miguel Burchelt, and see if you can withstand that punishment, man. Or oh, I found it. Nah, this the old one. Fuck, man. Yeah, fight Gary Russell. Gary Russell, Miguel Burchelt. You can fight Shakur Stevenson. You can fight Headbutt Heron. Yeah, man. Teofimo definitely made me proud, man. He made me proud, man, because for real, man, I talked a lot of shit. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I talked a lot of shit, man. So if Teofimo would have lost that shit, oh my God, I would have ate that. I'd have had to eat that shit. I'd have had to eat that shit. Nah, man, I don't see 126 being impossible for Lomachenko to make because, to be perfectly honest, Lomachenko ain't even really a 135 fighter. You got to think for this last motherfucking fight, Chimp Bud, Lomachenko, he ate, man. He had to eat. He had to eat more, bro. He had to eat more because he was fighting a much bigger fighter, man. Lomachenko ain't really a 130. He's not a 135 guy. So for him to go to 126, he definitely can do that. He definitely could do it. If Manny Pacquiao was saying that he could have met fucking Lomachenko at 135, you know he could do that. He can do it. He can do it. He can definitely make 126. He's a little dude. He's a little dude. Shit, Tank about to go out here and beat up on fucking Leo Santa Cruz. That's what he about to do. Well, his fucking disappointing ass. Do you remember everyone said Teofimo had no chance to win before the fight? Those were all fanboys. Yeah, they definitely said Teofimo had no chance. Everybody, this was the thing. And this was the shit I was saying too the other day. I think I was talking about that shit with you, D. I was like, man, everybody always saying, I'm like, oh, you know, I'm rooting for Lomachenko, but you know what I'm saying? I think Teofimo got a good chance of doing it or whatever. I'm like, nah, don't toe the fence. Don't toe the fence. It's all good. You can just say Teofimo gonna win. That's cool. That's cool. You can just say Teofimo gonna win. Bruh. There's nothing wrong with that because I think a lot of motherfuckers they was really low key suspect about Loma, but they was low key trying to ride. Then you got another whole bunch of group of dudes that was straight fanboys for Lomachenko. They couldn't see no wrong in Lomachenko. They act like Lomachenko was over that joint farting s'mores and fucking marshmallows and shit. Like this nigga fart smell like Versace perfume or some shit like that. Like it was like extra tripping for boy. Bruce Wayne going ham on Loma Laws. Of course he is. Of course he is. Could you expect anything less from a motherfucker like that? You know that nigga gonna go stupid. But he rightfully so. He has every right to do so because he been saying since the beginning of time about Teofimo. So even if even if, you know what I'm saying, I might not rock with what a nigga do, I would always give a nigga credit and where, you know what I'm saying, I respected a nigga for in the first place. So if he kept that shit a bean, I'm gonna tell him he kept that shit a bean about that shit. Let that man gloat about that shit because he did say that shit. He ain't wrong. I want to know where my weed pen is though, man. This shit pissing me off. I want to smoke. Oh, I found it. I found it. I found it. Okay, we about to get real intimate. We about to get real into this. Damn, I had that shit all the way turned up, like all the wax at the top of this joint. Oh yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whew. Yes, sir. Whew. Wow. Shit. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. All right. I'm good. I'm good. Sit that motherfucker down, man. That shit ain't right. Man, look, man, we can fire that shit up, man. Shit, we can give them another rerun of the eviction notice. Fuck it, man. Y'all boys got time, I got time, man. You got time, I got time. We can give them eviction notice, man. Man, D, I got some wild shit over this joint, bruh. I got that shit, I got that concentrate, and I got this shit right here. Got this shit right here. Got this motherfucking. Let me put this shit in the light for you. Got this motherfucking black Afghan shit. Got that shit. Some black Afghan. And I got this shit. Got this shit. It's like some purple punch. Yeah, man. We're just having some fun, man. Yeah, man, let's cook, man. We can cook. I'm firing up the weed and I'm firing up motherfucking fanboys too. Firing up weed and fanboys. Facts. We can cook. Like I said, I got time. Oh boy, I got time. I got time, bitches. Oh, it's nice as shit outside today. Yeah. I ain't even gonna lie. That one hit of weed got me high as fuck. That shit like 98%. So, y'all think motherfuckers is gonna answer the call when it come to Tiafimo? Y'all think everybody in the division gonna go running now? Cause now the bar's been raised. For every division in boxing, the bar's been raised. It's gonna be measured by that kid performance last night. You got to be moving like that, or you gonna be sitting on a real shaky foundation, and motherfuckers gonna kick you up off that motherfucker real quick. They gonna kick you up off your porch real quick. The fans is not gonna go for it no more. All of that so-called, you know what I'm saying, you can't fight this one, you tied up, yo, you trying to dance around this dude and that dude, we ain't going for it no more. That's why, that was disgusting. That's why I need motherfuckers to mash on that franchise belt shit, man, and keep it a buck about that shit, because if we don't, that's the only problem we got in boxing right now, is this fucking franchise belt shit and the fact that they can't do no right by it, and Mauricio realizes he fucked up so bad, and there's a chance like, what if Tiafimo win? I gotta make this joint exchangeable on his behalf to try to save face with that being the dumbest decision I made. So they trying to save face with trying to change it around as they see fit, but it's not gonna work out that way. But we get that shit all the way out the way, then boxing is really starting to move in a direction where we like, okay, now motherfuckers really gotta show and prove. They can't keep sitting on that bullshit they've been sitting on. I'm talking about y'all know who be doing what that y'all don't like, I don't like. Y'all know what shit I be talking about. Yeah, we smoke, yeah, D. We smoking real crazy. We smoking real crazy out of this world medicinal. On God now. On God now. And it's all for free. I mean, I did pay for it at first, but then Tiafimo paid for it. So shout out to Tiafimo Lopez, because he bought that pack. Tiafimo definitely bought that pack. Long was Rob. What about Fury? What, man? Man, he knows his sports. You talking about Kermit the Frog? Kermit the Frog? Really, IBFP? Kermit the Frog is talking? Look, man. Look, man. We can fire that thing up, man. We can do the eviction notice. You just say the word. We can do it. He knows his sports? You mean Kermit the Frog? Not Kermit. Shout out to Kermit. Not the Kermie ting. That nigga's a straight loser. Straight up. He look like he still got fucking WWF fucking action figures, you know what I'm saying? Like in the corner of his bedroom and shit like that, all propped up, all perfect and shit like that. Couple Stretch Armstrongs and shit. That nigga look like he's still playing with Ninja Turtle action figures with the Kung Fu grip, full on chop and shit. Oh God, Kermit the Frog. Welcome to Sesame Street, face having ass boy. Like he got that real Sesame Street look. Like it is so authentic, bro. Kermit, hey, like that's like Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog on Broadway. God help him. The nigga look like he still ride motherfucking bikes with motherfucking training wheels. He still ride bikes with training wheels and shit. Put the can on the fucking front and shit. Make it sound like a dirt bike. Me. Put the can on the tire. Make it sound like a dirt bike. Me. That nigga look like Kermit. 2 hands and new. Let's cook, fam. Let's get it. Come on, fellas. Eviction notice. Special guest D Jefferson. Hey, man, I'm with it, man. Hey, man. If the other half of the show got time, you already know. I'm with it. When we set the motherfucking internet on fire last night, I told him, I said, when we do this motherfucking late night special, I said, motherfuckers better cancel Christmas, because we going to set the internet on fire with that one. Motherfuckers don't even realize what they got for the free 99. That shit right there was on a whole nother level of fucking great. That shit was on a whole nother level of excellent. That shit was on a whole nother level of awesome. That eviction notice about to be equivalent to like the old First Take, like right when Stephen A. was chiming in when he was doing what is it? Pardon the interruption and shit like that. When he used to chime in when they used to go at each other real hard. And he used to just special guest on that joint. It's definitely the new wave. And motherfuckers peep what's going on. The streets is talking. And eviction wave is fucking them up right now. It's fucking them up. And while we got time to give them one more, fuck it. We can give them one more. Because today, if you want to do it, Nuke, we can hit them with multiple topics. Cause we, you know what I'm saying? We can talk about Tyson Fury. We can talk about Shelly, you know what I'm saying? Shelly Finkel. We could talk about motherfucking Demetrius Andre. Oh man, I got to do it now. I got to officially talk about Demetrius Andre because like the boy like real disappointing right now, man. Non-title fights. He ain't even willing to fight Liam Williams, man. I mean, if you ain't fighting Billy Joe Sanders, man, if you wasn't gonna fight Liam Williams, Billy Joe Sanders, or something like that, man, I was done, man. And right now I'm done, man. Because like, who is this dude he fight? Y'all know dude name? What's dude name, man? What's dude name? Yeah, man. I mean, I just need to see Berlanga be in that joint for more than motherfucking a minute, man. Real rap. I don't know what the fuck that weird shit is. Get the fuck away from me. Yeah, man, I don't know what the fuck that, yeah, I just need to see Berlanga in there for more than a minute, man. Cause, like, you can't judge a kid off that, man. Like, all that shit is cool. It's all fun. Like, yeah, for the first, you know what I'm saying, 10 fights, bruh. But, like, come on, bruh. Now you 15 fights to the good, man. Like, we need to see more, bruh. We need to see you pop a jab. We need to see you do something. Behind all that power, man, we need to see more than that. That's what I was saying earlier about that boy, man. Andre, this motherfucker, making a complete ass of himself right now. Like, I can't. Man, I can't get with that shit right now. If Andre, there is no protection plan around this kid no more. And if anybody trying to protect him, man, look, I give it to you. Cause you a resilient motherfucker. Cause you been holding out for a long time waiting for that nigga to crack something real. And I swear to God, he's been disappointing niggas time and time and time again. It's time to call a spade now. Before, yeah, motherfuckers say, oh, it's a mandatory, this and that, man. But what about this shit? This shit is a non-title fight. So that means you're not even willing to fucking risk your title, even put it on the line against somebody like a fucking Liam Williams. You know what I'm saying? Like, you dog, like, at the end of the day, Billy Joe Saunders is on the PDs. He don't got nothing to do right now. I don't hear you trying to push up on fighting Billy Joe Sanders real hard. I don't hear you talking about that. You talking about that, like, you make it like that shit ain't even interesting. In a world where, you know, at first where he was acting like that wasn't important to him. But he realized his back in the wall a little bit. So, but he got a David Lemieux and Andy Lee. You know what I'm saying? He got, you know what I'm saying, even a Gary Spike O'Sullivan on his resume. That's even more motherfucking recognizable than the people that you fought on your resume. I'm just saying. And fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Lil Eubanks Jr. is definitely more accomplished than anybody you fought on your resume. That is a fucking joke, man. That is a joke, man. So at the same time, I'm just saying, now I can't defend it. I see it now through the actions like through what has just transpired. I see it now. I see it. I see it, yo. I see it. All it. You a resilient motherfucker, babe. I never said Andre couldn't fight. And I'm a major believer he can fight. You can go back and watch the video. I'm the nigga who said I'm the nigga who made the video Nightmare on Meat Street. Y'all forget that? Y'all forget that? Y'all forget how I used to ride for that nigga? I made one of the hardest Demetrius Andre videos portraying this nigga like a Superman gangster. Like, it's what he was coming off as me, like, when he was running down on people doing what he was supposed to do. I made Nightmare on Meat Street. But at the same time, when you're not keeping up with that, how am I going to continue to say that about you, bro? A non-fucking title fight? You ain't even fighting Liam Williams, man. You ain't even fighting Liam Williams, man. Come on, man. And all that, you know boxing, man. So I know you not going to defend that shit. Yeah, he can fight, but fuck that. You got to fight somebody. We just were talking about what Teofimo Lopez just did. And if everybody putting Lomachenko all up on this motherfucking Mount Rushmore, then goddamn, we expect more. We need more. And this nigga ain't did a goddamn thing. His best opponent is who? Jack Kolke? Makajev Selecki? Or Makajack? Whatever the fuck you say? Matchbox? I don't know how the fuck you say his name. No disrespect to Makalak. Man, whatever. I don't know the nigga name, man. I know his last name Selecki, though. The nigga who probably had fight of the year with Gabriel fucking Rosado. Yeah, I do know that. It was a lot of motherfuckers that was just hating for this nigga, hating on this nigga off the jump, no cap. I'm just talking about right now, this dude right now, man, look, man. I'm disappointed in you, man. I'm really disappointed in you. Your moves is real shaky, man. Your moves is real shaky, and I just can't get down with it. I cannot get down with it at all. There's no way that I could ride for a nigga that's doing non-title fights right now, man. And then, you know what I'm saying, when you had the opportunity to fight a Canelo Alvarez, when the whole world was basically on a standstill and bitching out and not trying to take the fight because it was going to be a decrease in the purse amount. But at the same time, it still would have been more than what they was asking for. Even guys like David Lemieux, a guy that fucking Billy Joe Saunders fought. Even guys like shit. Who else? Who am I leaving out? You know, John Ryder was on the bill. Shit. They tried to even put, you know what I'm saying, Sergey, I think, didn't they try to fight Sergey Derevyanchenko? I can't remember, but there was a lot of individuals that, you know what I'm saying, had an opportunity to fight Canelo, and they wouldn't take the fight, and that was prime opportunity for Demetrius Andrade to make a name for himself, prove all of that shit he was talking, fight motherfucking Canelo Alvarez. Well, I believe that, you know, he had a realistic chance to win that fight, and he said that, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't going to fight him in no motherfucking closet or some shit like that. He was going to fight him in front of the fucking world. I'm like, bro, the world don't even know who you are, bro. I don't even think you packed fucking the fight in Providence, Rhode Island. Where you from? I'm just saying. I like it when you think with your peeps. Ain't nothing wrong when you thinking with your peeps. That's all the way fine with me. But anyway, I just peeped that. That kind of knocked me off my square a little bit. As all pretty things do in real life. As all pretty things do in real life. But anyway, though, yeah, man, Demetrius got to get that smoke, man. He got to get that smoke. But look, man, that's what it is, man. As we always say at the end of this shit, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. It's the motherfucking boss, a.k.a. the Reaper, though. Shout out to the Reaper gang. The Reaper gang, though. Salute, though.